Hello and welcome. So if you are watching this on YouTube, welcome on in. Great to have you. I'm going to give you like a quick little update. You might be wondering, where did I get the timestamp for how long I have played so far? 4 hours, 46 minutes. Perhaps if you had watched the previous two videos, you would have done the math in your little noggin and said, wait, shouldn't that say 5 hours and 46 minutes? So we are going back in time. 1 hour of gameplay. We're deleting from our memories. We're starting a new branch, a new timeline. We're branching off from the old timeline. We're ignoring what we did yesterday, because I'm cheating. So that's all it is. I'm a cheater. There you go. I admitted it. I confessed. Because yesterday from this point forward yesterday, right? From the 3 hour mark onward, I made a series of small mistakes that added up to the game being stuck because I was missing a step. But because the goal of this replay was to see how long it would take if a person didn't make mistakes like that, but still without it being a speed run, I have decided that it's okay that we are going to, for science reasons, just erase that hour from existence. That hour doesn't exist. The footage is lost. It's too bad. Oh no. What are we going to do? Except the footage is not lost. You can go watch it if you want to. It's yesterday's video. It's the video from December 6th, 2025. Maybe you're watching this in the far-flung future. If so, cool, thanks. That's incredible. I can't believe anyone cares about my videos so far into the future. My goodness. Oh, I forgot to put my ring on today. I feel naked without it. Except, of course, I forget to put it on almost all the time, so I will go get it later. Anyway, let's hop into the game. Yeah. All right. We're on it. Here we are. We are joining ourselves. Hang on. No, we're not, because this isn't... Hang on. Deactivate. Activate. There we go. And how about music? Can we double check that there's music? Hang on. Okay, I can hear music. Everything's fine. Okay, we're gonna put this away because I think that the monitoring that I needed to be doing on that has been done and I don't need to do it anymore. We're good. So let me get ourselves back on track with moving forward. So basically we went to the gallery. We talked to Colin. He showed us Jane's bag. We snooped through Jane's bag. We came back to... we went back to the apartments. We called Sergeant Russell and told him about James' bag. We called Eileen and talked to her a little bit. She told us that her son called art class fart class. It was hilarious. We came back and we talked to Evelyn. She told us about the clumsy break-in and how the front windows are broken. And now we are going to attempt to break into her house using the information that we have that this window is unlocked. Okay, cool. So we have just under 2.5 hours. So let's do the things we need to do. Grab the 2 numbers from the Crime and Punishment book. Done. Okay. Find her prescription. Done. Read the letter. Dear Laura, oh, it's been so long, blah, 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 blah. Okay, done. I know, I should actually read it, right? Yes. Dear Laura, I know it's been way too long since I've written you back. Don't hate me. No, you know what? No, I can't. Oh, that's a lovely photo. Here's a magazine on the table. What's in here? Oh my goodness, that's interesting. Okay, let's go to the backyard. Maybe we can get to the cliffs from here. Oh, rats, we can't. Okay, let's go look around the backyard a bit. What's this? A stick? We sure could use a stick. I've never not needed a stick. Anything here? Nope. Boo. Alright, we'll go back in the house. Hang on. We need to do this. Ooh, a closet. That's pretty cool. Wonder if we'll ever need to hide in there. Can we go in the kitchen? Oh my gosh. Aaron, seriously, we're in a rush. No, you can't go in the kitchen. Okay. How about up the stairs? Sorry about this, by the way. I'm not trying to be a douchey... Sorry. I'm not my usual self. Let me get into my groove. Okay. There we go. Grooved all up. Okay. There's a measuring cup, some more prescriptions, and some acid of some kind in here. We can't do anything on the sink here. And we can't do anything with the shower. Let's go check out the bedroom. Bedroom, the only thing we can do here is peek in this diary. Her therapist is pushing her to start a journal to unburden her mind. It sounds made up, but she's trying. Her homework is to sit and meditate on happy points in her life, and she talks about just having family dinner and how family dinner was just the highlight of her life. Her doctor, Hayden, says, let's go visit some of the areas you've been avoiding so that you can confront some of your memories. She takes a long break, like a 3-month break, or 2-month break, sorry, from journaling. She's not sure that therapy is actually helping her at all. Another month later, she's definitely convinced therapy is not helping her. And then we have this kind of like a ranting, raving page. So that's suspicious. And then here's a note, an old airline ticket. It says, I had a wonderful adventure with you, my love. Happy 1-year anniversary to the most incredible woman. And this is from February of 2000. Okay. It's from her, it was a trip she took with her husband, Randy Birch. Okay. So now we are going to make a stick with a hook on it so that we can open this.
I can't reach.
We're going to go up into the attic. And we're going to do the thing. I was in such a rush because I was so pressed for time and nervous about running out of time that when I looked at this the first time, I didn't miss this. I saw this definitely the first time I ever played. But the last time, this is where the problem happened. I missed these notes. So if you come down here, there's a little cardinal directions symbol with the letter N for north and a list of dates. And so the dates are August of 51, April of 47, September of 42, October of 54, September of 48, and October of 58. And then another thing about this family tree here is that over here we've added the American branch of the family. So when Johanna came to America and met Frederick Scardovi, they got married, they built the house that we are currently in, and they had a son, Owen. He married Claire. They had 2 children, Scott and Evelyn, and then Evelyn married Randall Burke in 1999.
Those are undoubtedly Dutch names.
So that's what that's about. Here we have a locked cabinet with some...
Locked.
The drawers are also locked. But this side of the cabinet is open, and there's a note here. Dear Ev, I know Tupperware isn't the most magical wedding gift, but I've heard from your fellow old married women friends that you'll appreciate it in the long run. I'm glad for you that things finally worked out between you and Randy. He seems like a pretty decent guy. Now I have to admit to Dad, he was right all along. After all, sorry. I hope the rest of your life is as happy for you as today. Love, your favorite brother. So that's a letter to her, or a card to her from Scott. Over here we've got Carlisle High Sophomore Quarterback of the Year, Scott Scardovi. And then when we come on over here, there's these Shakespeare, Elizabeth Barrett Browning, and Yeats poems. So some poetry that was written by someone to someone. And they're mostly love poems. I've read them all out the first time I played through, but I'm not going to read them all out this time unless we have to come back and look at them again. We don't know. Anyway, here's this book. It's got photos, and all the photos sort of have dates. And then there's that same cardinal direction symbol there. So what we want to do is look up those dates. Now, old-timey Aaron, in my first playthrough, I think I took a photo of the family tree thing. Yeah, I did. You can see that right there. Anyway, so 851. So we're looking for August of 1951. We have Down by the Lake Shore. Okay, then April of 47. South Greendale Street. Okay, then we're looking for September 42. Uptown Fairfield. Okay, next we're looking for October of 54. East Side Bar. September of 48. Old North Heinstrasse Street. And then finally, October of 58, we've got Lefty here. And then we also, same date, Owen's Dog Scout. Okay, so that's what we were needing. Now, we've looked at everything in the... oh, no, we haven't. Hang on. Nothing here. Here's a trowel that we can grab. Okay, now we've looked at everything. So if I go to the table and turn around, I can leave. Oop. We can leave through the hatch. And let's head downstairs again. Oop, hang on, turn around. Go this way, and over here. This box has the cardinal directions on it, and we now have the cipher to, or the clues to open it. So it's going to be down, south, up, east, north, and left. This gives us this piece of a key and a piece of the sketchbook pages, which indicates there's a box in the Rosewood Apartments room 102. We know that now because we solved that. And this is the box that was given to Johanna's son. That's the box we just opened. We'll grab this and we will skedaddle on out of here. And go to the Rosewood Apartments. Now, real quick, we're going to go here, click on notes. And the question that we have the answer to now, what is Gerald's list of books trying to say? That was like the books that we had to put in order, right? So we started off, the first book was Edgar Allan Poe, the letter B was circled in that book. Then it was Charles Darwin on the Origin of Species. O and X were circled in that. We can assume that that's one word. Then we had Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre and the Divine Comedy. I'm going to go ahead and add a space because Divine Comedy had N and R, but it seems like box in makes sense. Then there was Count of Monte Cristo, which we don't have, but I'm going to go ahead and make a educated guess that the letter is O, because the next one is Don Quixote that had O and M. And then we had, what was it? Picture of Dorian Gray had the number 1, and Crime and Punishment had 0 and 2.
That's it. Box in room 102 at Rosewood Apartments. That's a strange connection.
That is a strange connection. Let me make sure that I've got that right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Picture of Dorian Gray had the number 1, and then Crime and Punishment had 2. Okay, yes. So now let's go up to Stacy's room and see if she's home.
Guess she's not here.
Wait, what else do I have here that I can combine? Handle of an ornate key. Oh, they just wanted me to look at it so I could identify it as the handle of an ornate key. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's see now if I can call anybody to get any further information or leave any voicemails. Hi, Silly Munchies. Thanks for the lurk.
You've reached the phone of John Branham. I'm currently occupied by something that has a slight possibility of being important. So
Only
please
slight,
call again
though.
later or leave a message, and I will get back to you at the earliest convenience.
Okay. Anyway, so this key, the notebook page, the room 102 at the Rosewood Apartments, all of that was what I missed yesterday that was blocking me from progressing forward. So, and it was all because I didn't look at the lower left corner of the family tree when I was in Evelyn's attic. So now that we've done that, we should not be locked up anymore.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Okay, cool. So, do I want to... what do I want to do? I'm going to make the rounds and just see if there's any new conversations with anyone anywhere. So I'm going to start off with... I'll check out the art gallery. It's not yet 6 o'clock, right? So he should still be there. I can try talking to him. Yeah, nothing to say. Okay, cool. Let's head on over to Novel Books. All right, no conversations with Mitchell. I guess I could order a pizza. Won't hurt. Then at least we will have also ordered a pizza in this playthrough. Let's go ahead and do that. In our alternate timeline, we are now ordering pizza. 5, 5, 5, 3, 6, 6, 3.
Pablo's Pizza. We put the E's in cheese. How may I take your order?
I would like a cheese pizza, please.
1 large cheese pizza, please.
Got it. 1 large cheese pizza. Will there be anything else?
Nope, that's all.
Pickup or delivery?
Delivery. The address is 10 Ramridge Road, Carlisle, Connecticut, 06501, room 101.
Oh, you must be Miss Pendrick. I have a note in the system here that says your tab is being covered by someone named Wesley Russell.
Ooh, awesome.
Now's your chance to go crazy. Order 10 pizzas. Order the Super Duper Slurp. Order the 50-count chicken wings. We have a meatless option if that's your thing.
Okay, the 50 count chicken wings just always reminds me of Treasure in the Royal Tower, where Hotchkiss wants 50 drumsticks. We are not going to order 50 chicken wings. I know you're just trying to get a raise, but I'm not that hungry.
I know you're just trying to get a raise, but I'm really not that hungry.
Yeah, you gotta shoot your shot. Alright, your order will be delivered in approximately 30 minutes.
Great, thanks.
Stay saucy.
All right. Well, stay saucy. So let's go ahead. Since we have the time, we can jiggle all the handles on all the doors. Just in case, you never know. Rattle, rattle, rattle. We're just jiggling the handles on all the doors here while we wait for our pizza to be delivered. And then after the pizza's delivered, we're going to go talk to... Well, we're going to go try to talk to Evelyn again. Oh, that's right. Of course, this is not... This is a room we can enter. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Oh. Why would I do that twice, I wonder? Clumsiness is why. Okay. Down here we've got room 109. And then, oh, 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 0. Okay. There is something really interesting about this because there's a door, but it's bricked off behind the door. But it doesn't like what it seems like is that whatever was behind the door has been bricked off after the place was built, you know? Alrighty. Not too long now. Might as well take a peek around in room 203. How to remove rust. Interesting. Those screws are gone because we used them. This is just the instructions for the Tool Safe Pro toolbox. Here's Joe's stuff. Okay, I think the pizza should be there now. Yeah, let's have some pizza. And then I think we can go talk to Evelyn. At her house. Awesome, here we go. Evelyn.
Evelyn, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I need you to be direct with me. There are 3 missing people whose lives are likely in danger, and any information you can give me might help save them. Do you understand?
Yes. This was the real reason you came knocking on my door, isn't it? There's no garden, is there?
I'm sorry, I didn't want to resort to a lie. Actually, I'm going to say, why would you think that? It was after I came to you for plant tips that I learned the significance of your house.
Why would you think that? It was after I came to you for plant tips that I learned the significance of your house.
Really?
Oh,
I would happily come over and talk flowers if I didn't have so much going on. I'm going to get straight to the point. I know your parents housed artist M.C. Escher here in 1962. They were the Dutch-speaking family to take him in during his sudden illness.
Yes, that's true.
why did you deny knowing anything about it the last time we talked?
Why did you deny knowing anything about it last time we...
I had been told to keep it a secret my entire life. It only feels natural to keep it a secret still. My parents never wanted the publicity, the cameras, the interviews, the reporters, all that mess. And I've absolutely inherited their viewpoint.
That's fair enough. Were there any other reasons your parents wanted to keep everything on the down low? Have you ever considered how your story could benefit the art world? What is it? No.
Were there any other reasons?
They were also good religious folk. They would quote the Bible verse, "Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you'll have no reward from your Father in heaven." And they also wanted to be respectful of Escher's situation.
That also makes sense. What did your parents tell you about those months?
What did your...
They described the uniqueness of it all. Getting to know a great mind, sitting down to dinner with an artistic genius. Keep in mind that Escher was not some glittery paparazzi-wielding celebrity. He actually wasn't fully appreciated until closer to his death. So they weren't starstruck, but they always felt grateful to have an experience that most people never will.
Okay, cool. Did Escher create any new works while he was here? Any lost art?
Did Escher...
Of course not. He was sick. He was here to rest. If Uncle Hendrik were here right now, he'd be talking for days.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Uncle Hendrik?
Just reminiscing. Ignore me.
Is he your dad's brother?
Grandma's brother. He always had a hard time keeping everything with Escher all bottled up, so if he were here today, he'd love to let loose and share his stories.
Well, does that mean he was here with your parents at the time?
He lived in this house since the 40s. My dad grew up with him here.
Can you tell me more about him?
Why? He was a standard-issue eccentric old man. Escher's style was an inspiration to him, and he had a lot of fun memories getting to know the man.
Okay.
Oh, was he an artist?
Okay, it's one thing to pry about someone famous, but when you start asking about family members, that's officially being nosy.
I do like that she's
What
like...
is all this about anyway?
Uncle Henry,
What does any of this have to do with your investigation,
I'm not sure just yet, but I know two of the people who are now missing seem to have an interest in Escher and his time here. It's like they're trying to track down more information. But why, I don't know. So here I am, continuing their search.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yep. Gotta be thorough, you know?
You will not tell anyone what I told you, okay? Not your mom, not your friends, and especially not the police. If I have to take this to my grave, so do you.
So do you.
Well, of course. It's not my place to spread this around. I wouldn't worry too much, though. If people found out Escher stayed here, they'd just think, oh, cool, and continue on with their day. You might get a little foot traffic from bloggers, but I doubt it would even be a news story.
You don't know anything. I do. The secret stays in this house.
Okay, lady. You got it, lady. Okay. Anything new at Novel Books? Probably not, but just in case. Let's go to the Rosewood Apartments and go up to our room. Oop. Let's see if we can call Sergeant Russell before we go to bed. 555-7283.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Okay, well, just to make sure, we're also going to try Mr. Branham. 5 550-668.
You've reached the phone of John
Okay,
Branham.
cool.
I'm currently occupied by something that has a slight possibility of... So
I forgot that I can skip through that. Okay, let's go to sleep. We'll set the alarm for 10 a.m. Might as well. And the first thing we'll do tomorrow morning is try to catch Stacy. I mean, not catch Stacy, but see if Stacy will let us into her room. All right. Go. Phone call. Let's see who it is.
Hello?
Hi, Penelope. We have a new development.
Oh, really? What now?
We just got off the phone with Darth Vader himself, and he claims to know the whereabouts of our 3 victims.
Darth Vader, huh? Are they being held captive in the Death Star?
It was someone using some kind of voice-changing device for anonymity. Their voice was pitched way down, so it's impossible to tell age or gender. First, they said they have the information we are looking for. And second, they demanded a ransom for $50,000, or the 3 would never be found.
Yikes on a
You're
bike.
kidding.
We had no success tracking the caller's location, and the call was too brief to listen for background noise. Before they hung up, they told us to get the money together and wait for further instructions. This sudden left turn has left us with our heads spinning.
No kidding. Why would they have waited this long to call in? Do you think it could be a prank?
Do you think it could be a prank?
It absolutely could be. But would it be smart to assume this person isn't real and dangerous? No. Even if there's some genius who thought they could earn a buck off the story, it's necessary to treat this with the utmost care.
Agreed.
Our game plan right now is to be on high alert and act like this individual is telling the truth.
Okay.
All we can do at the moment is monitor the phones and hold our breath.
Okay.
And the money?
Time to have a yard sale or 2? For now, I'm not worried about the money. Until we know more, this is thinking ahead, but we might be able to pull off a sting operation if the caller isn't strategic about how they pick up the ransom.
So would you say that money is back on the motives list?
No one took anything from Gerald's cash register, but that's chump change. This is money with a capital M. So yes, I say so. Okay, Penelope, keep going on about things as normal. We'll keep you updated. Oh, and don't mention this to Eileen or Mitchell. There's no point in getting them involved until we know what's going on here.
Understood.
Looks like money's back on the menu, boys. I know that doesn't sound at all like an orc, but you get where I was going with that, right? Like, looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. You got it, you got it, you got it. You got it, you got it. Okay, let's see about Stacy here. Stacy's room, I need to get into.
I'm setting myself up for ridicule here, but would you happen to have a small wooden box in your room? About yay big, that would have been there when you moved in?
Okay, you are the absolute queen of weird questions. You are weird question royalty.
Okay.
But yes, I do have exactly that in my room, and am a little disturbed that you somehow knew this.
Are you being serious about the box? I can never tell.
Yeah, it's in here on my dresser. But you can't go and see it right now, because it's time for you to be burned at the stake for witchcraft.
I followed a clue, that's all. Can you tell me more about the box?
I found it a few years ago when I was moving furniture around. I had accidentally bumped a panel on the wainscoting, and of course the panel fell off. I thought it was just the shoddy woodwork, but then I looked down and saw an opening where the panel was. Inside were a lot of spiders, and that box. On the top of it is some kind of jumbled tile work. It's probably not supposed to look like that, but I thought it looked kind of cool, so I kept it as a decoration.
That sounds exactly like what I'm looking for.
Can I see it?
Is
Can I see it?
Gerald
Can I
Cook
see it?
being held in there?
Maybe.
Probably not. But that box did hold his interest.
Well, I was just about to go do errands and get food, so you'll have to wait. I absolutely do not trust you in my room alone.
What if I were to, say, order some pizza for you?
Free pizza? Oh, my kind of bribe. Get me pizza and you can check out that box all you want.
I'm on it. Let's order a pizza. All right. 555-3663.
Pablo's Pizza. We put the E's in cheese. How may I take your order?
Yeah, I'd like a pepperoni
One
pizza,
large
please.
pepperoni pizza, please.
Got it. 1 large pepperoni pizza. Will there be anything else?
Nope, that's all. And I'll do delivery.
All right, Penelope. Your order will be delivered in approximately 30 minutes.
Great, thanks.
Stay saucy.
Okay, now, do I have time to talk to anybody? I mean, yeah, obviously. Right, the pizza will still be here when I get back. Let me just go do the quick rounds. Novel books. Is there any new dialogue from you, Mitchell?
I'm not sure if there's a polite way to ask this. But what's it like having a prosthetic arm?
I don't know why people always prologue that question with things like, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, or I hate to ask. It's natural to wonder about unusual injuries. It doesn't bother me.
It's even more natural to assume that the person is bothered by an unusual injury.
To answer your question, it was very bizarre at first. Terrifying, really. It took a long time to come to terms with the fact that life would never be the same. It may sound silly, but I went through all 5 stages of grief. Acceptance came when I acknowledged just how many things I could still do, and just how quickly the pace of technology was increasing. Every new model I get has new capabilities.
How exactly did the injury happen?
How exactly did the injury happen?
I was a firefighter. Take a guess.
Something involving an axe?
I meant that rhetorically. I don't feel like getting specific.
What's the day-to-day like?
What's the day-to-day like?
Day-to-day really isn't a big deal. The fingers articulate well, and they can hold some weight. I have to take it off to shower, or deal with any water, really. It's been having weird electrical issues lately and will give me a nasty little zap. And it's way more comfortable to sleep without it, but otherwise it stays on. Even after all these years, the phantom pains still come and go. But I've adapted to it all.
You should wear it like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking.
Never a problem.
Okay. That's cool. So we got a conversation with him. Let's check out the art gallery, see if we have a conversation with Colin. Yep, we do.
Can you tell the story about your path to success? You've clearly avoided the starving artist fate, owning your own gallery and all.
You don't want to hear it. It's pretty boring. Just standard success stuff.
Such as? When did you start your career?
Okay then. When did you start your career?
Like, when did crayons turn into paintbrushes?
There was nothing in between?
Don't bash crayons. They're a good medium. Especially if you get the big 64 pack. Time to draw the next Mona Lisa. Anyways, I was 13 when I started to paint. I took it up pretty quickly. It just felt natural to me. After that, I ended up signing up for extracurricular classes all the way through high school.
Fair enough.
The real kickstart to the whole thing was studying at a fairly prestigious art school in New York after graduation. New York is where you go if you want to end up somebody. Or so they say. 4 years of painting frescoes like Michelangelo, visualizing light like Rembrandt, using color like Cézanne, and shape like Picasso. It was an incredible experience.
How did you do in school?
My alma mater believed that a grading system would stamp out creative thought, and I 100% agree. Art has no wrong answers. We're not performing surgery or mixing chemicals. We're expressing thought and emotion. How would you even grade that?
Fair enough.
Basically, we all got straight A's, and we're all valedictorian.
Sounds like communist propaganda, but okay.
After college, I had a couple connections to sell commissions through. A year later, I started participating in shows. After the snowball got rolling, it wasn't long until I ended up here. The end.
Okay, cool.
What's the financial side look like?
Yawn. Can we talk about anything else?
I bet renting this building is expensive, and you also have to make enough profit to live and eat.
So, did you watch the big game last night? I heard a team was playing against another team.
Thanks for
Okay,
talking.
he does not want to
No
talk
problem.
about money. You got it. All right, back to the apartment building where Stacy's pizza is likely waiting. Let's go give pizza to Stacy.
You again.
Pizza's here.
Pizza's here.
Sweet! What have you got for me?
I have a pepperoni pizza.
Ew, pepperoni! So greasy! Actually, go get me better toppings and then we have a deal.
What?
Kidding! I've never met a pizza I didn't like. Come on in.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now she doesn't trust us in her apartment alone, so let's just get right to work with what we were here for. Okay, this is a fun puzzle that I absolutely love. Okay. Basically, the images goes from here to here. It starts off with moths and flowers and ends up with skulls and eyeballs. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is just make sure that I turn all of the images right side up. So this is upside down, this is right side up. Some of them I'm not going to be able to tell which is up and which is down. Okay, hang on. That's... Thing. Once we have them all right side up, then we can start moving them around. No, that one's more eye-shaped. Definitely. This one is the most clearly a flower. But that's also... Oh, wait. Hang on, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it goes from skull and flower to... Okay, yeah, no. I think it goes from skull and flower to moth and eyeball. Okay, that makes more sense because I was like, how are we gonna achieve that? But nope, I see now that the very the most skull ones go on this upper left corner. I mean upper right corner here. Okay, I think this goes here. No. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay. This goes here. No, it doesn't. I thought it did, but maybe it does not. So it must go here. No. Okay. Hang on. I can do this. What I need to do is just find the piece that goes beside this. No. It's got a portion of a skull. So it's got a small portion of a skull. No, that's the one that I just put there that didn't belong there. Did I try that one already? Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, you know what? I'm going to leave that there for now. Oops. Okay, that doesn't go there. I can't remember the last time I started in this corner and I somehow just lucked into it, but I don't remember how I did. Like, I don't remember which pieces I started with. I just somehow managed to fall backwards into the pattern. Anyway, we'll figure it out. No. No. Yes. Okay. All right. That fits there. Okay. We need most of a flower. Right. Then we need most of a skull. Okay. Then we need another one that's most of a flower. Unless this is the edge over here. Let's see. Do we have anything that is most of a flower? Okay, no, we don't. So I believe that I am correct in saying that that's the edge piece. Okay. So we need a piece that goes here that's got quite a bit of skull. Here it is. All right, so a piece that's here. This one? No. That wasn't enough. Huh. Oh, that doesn't fit there anyway. Never mind. Oh. This goes here. No, it doesn't. This goes here. Does this go here? No. But it doesn't go here either. Oh my. Did I not move this? Oh, I might have accidentally not moved them all the way over when I was moving them over. That's my fault. Okay. No. Yes, okay. No. Okay, that doesn't go there. Does this go here? Yes, okay. So what goes here is one where the flower is has become more and more green and iris-like. There we go. Okay, over here, we need sort of like one eye socket. There we go. Half of a flower that has become that's partially iris. Okay, the top, sorry. At the bottom of the tile is the top of an eye. Here. Okay, and then this one is going to be 3/4 of a flower kind of situation. Okay, so we need the bottom part of a skull. over here we need like more, just over a quarter of this kind of flower / eye. It's this one and then this one here. That one I turned by accident. Okay. Oh no, neither of those are correct. This goes here. No? My goodness. Where's the piece that goes here? Okay, hang on. Maybe this is upside down? Oh. There you go. Then I think this is also upside down. Haha. Nope. Okay. This one? No. This one. What am I doing? There we go. No. Oh, absolutely not. Okay, hang on. Got it. Half of what is now mostly an eye. This one, maybe? Okay. I'm seeing now that a lot of these are upside down. I thought they were right side up, but they're upside down. That one was upside down. This one I think is upside down. So I think this goes here. Okay. No. Oh. No. Oh my goodness, no. Okay, there we go. Oh, here it is. That goes there. This goes here. No. Okay. That seems correct. Oh, I see. I see. The issue is that this... Yeah. Okay. Yay! We got it. Broken mold made. And then we've got a key.
Hold on. What's that paper over there?
blueeyes92@coolmail.com to jlatimer12@snailmail.com. I wired you 120 earlier today to the bank account number you provided. Is there any chance you can give me an estimate of how long it will take to make and ship to me? No pressure, but the sooner I have it, the better. From J. Latimer to blueeyes92. Just checked and the money did make it into my account. I'd suggest printing this email so you can delete the digital version from your inbox, but still have a record for your own personal funds. Just to confirm, you don't want your birth date changed on your new license? I'd have to say that's a first on my end. From blueeyes92 to jlatimer12. No, don't change the birth date, just the information I sent you. Some of us have more significant problems than not being able to get into bars. Please keep us updated. Keep me updated.
Fake ID. Well, maybe there's more to Stacy than I thought.
Maybe there's more to Stacy than I thought. Okay. Anastasia Catherine Leith.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I just saw a piece of paper on the floor. I'm out of here. Actually, before I leave, let me just notice something. There is a lock on this drawer. Okay. Can I talk to her before I leave? No.
You ever need to look at that box some more? Just bring me a pizza and we're square.
Sounds good. But what if I want to be in your room and you're not in your room? This key, this ornate key, reminds me of the ornate dresser that was in Evelyn's attic. So I'm gonna just check if I can make any phone calls to the police just in case. 555-7283. A new conversation has been unlocked.
Carlisle Police. Sergeant Russell speaking.
Something's not sitting right with me about Colin.
Just now it's not?
There's no way he can afford keeping a gallery open. I've seen his art. I've seen the responses to his art. He acts all self-made, but it all feels so unlikely.
It really
Do you think
does,
he's making
doesn't
money
it?
illegally? Could he have been the one to call in the ransom?
You don't know? I just assumed you knew, so I never brought it up.
No what?
Colin's probably as self-made as the next millionaire's son. Probably had the same start as Jeff Bezos, with a $300,000 check from mom and dad. Colin's father is a business mogul, Douglas Ellison, one of Connecticut's very own multimillionaires.
Oh, wow. This explains a lot.
It actually
Does not
really
mean
does,
to pay
doesn't
any less
it?
attention to him, but we can cross him off the list of potential ransom callers.
Thanks for
For
talking.
now.
Keep doing what you're doing, Penelope.
Okay, cool. Anything else? I don't think so, right? Nothing new with Eileen.
This is Eileen Davis.
Okay. So, let's sneak back into Evelyn's house by setting an alarm for 3 p.m. She has to be asleep for us to sneak in after all. Okay. Oh, qu'est-ce que c'est?
That son of a gun actually did it.
He'll eat his hat. Okay. Okay, off we go to Evelyn's house. Now then, what shall we do? Oh, we're not going into Evelyn's house through the front door. We're gonna sneak into the attic.
Shoot.
Oh my god, oh my
I
god.
need to hide. Now.
Okay, run, run, run. Okay.
I know there are extra copies of them somewhere, but who knows where they all ended up. I'm not in the mood for a scavenger hunt. I'm such an idiot. I just needed to check one thing. Why did I bring the entire folder with me? Yeah, it's just out in the woods. Somewhere. You're right. It's way too important to just leave out there. Especially now. But I'm already so late. And we have the 60th birthday dinner for Mr. Gomez tonight. Oh, this is going to have to wait.
Oh my
Uncle
God.
Hendrik is definitely rolling in his grave.
Something's in the woods, huh? Well, well, well.
Whew. That was close.
Let's go check out what's in the woods. Oh,
What are these papers?
I recently learned of an interesting new study on the topic of pigment chemical reactions on various types of metals. Assorted colors contain a specific and unique composition of chemicals to produce the hue of said color. When applied to metals, a change occurs to the chemical structure of the metal, producing a slight swelling or contracting effect. This information could be useful in my most recent endeavor. Buried here, Speedy's Diner. Also remember, C 8.5, and then look, it's those little eyeballs like in our the paintings in our bedroom. Okay, And is there another direction we can go in the woods? Yes, there is.
It looks like there could be a ledge down there, but I can't tell for sure.
Fair enough. What the hell
Blood!
is that?
What happened here?
What happened here is right.
This boot print is
And
a
a
little
feet
too small for
print.
the average man, and a little too big for the average woman. A teenage boy?
Well, let's measure this boot print. All right, we've got 10.25 approximately. Okay, remember that. Write that down. 10.25. Actually, let's take a picture with our phone. Penelope doesn't carry a phone, but I do. Okay, I've got a picture of the boot print with the... Now I'm going to take a picture of the boot print all by itself. Okay. Okay. So, we've got that documented. Now, what's going on here? Okay. Well, we want to go check out the attic. Because we've got that key now. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, off we go, or up we go. Yeah, see how ornate this is and how ornate this is? There's a match. Oops. Hang on.
This looks like a
there's the
mold to cast something out of resin.
Okay. And another note. In the location that reminds me most of my home country. Okay, I'm an idiot. The first time I played this through, I thought this was a reference to... Hang on, I'll show you what I thought it was. I honestly thought this buried here circle and this box were referring to each other. I was like, why would the vacant lot where Speedy's Diner used to be remind this guy of home? And that's because I'm a dummy. That's not a box buried in a hole in the alley beside Speedy's Diner. Anyway, I'm just saying, that's what I thought, and now we all can laugh about what a silly fool I once was. Uncle Hendrik, 1978. Okay, and then there's one more drawer here. I spoke with Escher. I can't claim to know him well enough to call him Moritz. For a good long while yesterday, it was like I was talking to a kindred spirit. A spirit much more brilliant than I, but a spirit nonetheless. We spent some time looking back at the way things used to be before the wars. He described in detail what life is like these days in the old country, which I greatly appreciated because I've known for some time now that I'll never have a chance to return. It was comforting to hear that the country had healed from its wounds. I can finally replace the images in my head of my world swallowed by flames with something much more prosperous and peaceful. I, of course, then had to ask him about technique. How could I not? He gave a short lecture on his use of grids and various mathematical constructions that were beyond me. My confusion must have been embarrassingly apparent because he stopped to assure me that even he didn't fully understand the math behind everything. That was nice of him to say, but I don't believe it. He then asked me about my own work, and I described some of the architectural projects that I had been a part of over the years. This piqued his interest, and he told me how he briefly had studied architecture before switching to the arts. He had some of his own thoughts about large-scale structures that were built upon the same principles as his art. that tested the limits of what a building could be, and I'll admit I became instantly smitten with the idea. I didn't want to burden Escher by having him sit through my own fantastical or maybe ridiculous idea that's been bouncing around my head for a while now, but this seemed like such an opportune time to mention it. He listened intently as I described my thoughts, and even though I naturally concluded by saying something like, "But it's too big of a project to be possible," he did not jump in to agree. He sat for a moment in thought. Then he said something I did not expect. He told me that if I had the funds, my idea certainly was possible. He admitted that some of the details were odd, but in general thought it would be both an incredible architectural feat and very practical if needed, that it could save lives. I tried not to show my schoolboy levels of excitement, but they were hard to hide. Escher referenced back to his ideas on seeing his principles come to life in structures, and told me he could work with me while he was here, when feeling up to it, to make these visions a reality. He knew that he would never see this work himself, but he told me there was some satisfaction in knowing it would exist. He also suggested a very bold...
the beginning of the creation of my greatest scheme and legacy.
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt Penelope. She said, today marks the beginning... Wait, let me find it in the... Where is it in the text? I know it's in the text. Okay. Oh, today marks the beginning of the creation of my greatest scheme and legacy. Okay, that's what she just whispered when I was talking over. But he told me there was some satisfaction in knowing it would exist. He also suggested a very bold, grand design for the largest part, inspired by Moorish architecture. I was clearly hesitant at the ambition required, but if I'm able to tackle it, it would be an artistic treasure. All in all, today marks the beginning of the creation of my greatest scheme and legacy. I'm infinitely thankful for Escher instilling the confidence in this project that I would never have had on my own, and I pray I can do it justice. Now there's no time for writing, the planning begins. Note, need to practice working with three-dimensional details. Once I acquire the tools, I should practice with small creations, and that's why he has created all of these smaller items for us to find. But we are looking for his greatest creation. Okay, off we go. We're gonna get the hell out of here because we don't want to be here when Evelyn comes home. Okay, let's turn around. Okay. I'm gonna head to the art gallery since it's not closed yet, just to see if there's any new conversations available with Colin.
Hi, Penelope.
Do you know a place called Speedy's Diner?
Do you know of a place called Speedy's Diner?
Huh. Why does that sound so familiar? I just can't place it. I don't know. Maybe it's just because that sounds like the name of every diner ever.
Fair enough. Colin, you're the son of Douglas Ellison, correct?
Colin, you're the son of Douglas Ellison, correct?
Yep, yeah, he's my dad. Wealthy, successful, business genius, Douglas Ellison.
What was it like growing up as a millionaire's son? What kind of business does he run?
What was it like growing up as a millionaire's son?
Overrated. Sure, you would get nice stuff and yacht rides and top-class education. But I would have traded it all to be a normal kid in an instant.
You don't think it would have been a grass is greener kind of situation?
When I would bring a friend over to the house, they'd always be like, "This is insane, I can't believe you live like this." But then that would be it. No constant, "I wish I had your life," or "I would give anything to be you." But would I say those things to them? All the time. They never understood why, though.
What was the reason?
You wouldn't get it either. Look at this guy who was given everything. Now he's complaining? So spoiled, so out of touch.
You're right. I probably wouldn't get it.
What kind of business does he run?
What kind of business does he run?
He's the CEO of a mid-sized pharmaceutical company. The business of profiting off the sick.
To play the devil's advocate, you could say he's helping the sick.
If somebody's getting
Yeah.
that rich, their motive is probably not helping people. I know of the deals he's made with the FDA to get unsafe drugs pushed to the market. I've figured out how he turns a buck. I have no respect for him.
If your dad wasn't who he was, would you have still been able to get into art?
Of course I would still like art if he never existed.
I meant more like being able to paint for a living.
I'm done with this conversation, and I'm done with you prying into my personal life. Can you just leave?
I can. But I need help from you because I need something to make this mold. I don't think you're gonna talk to me now, huh? Ooh!
I just wanted to apologize for last time. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions.
Yeah, thanks. It's not a big deal. You have no idea how much it sucks to be the kid of someone famous. Your entire identity is them. My name might as well be Douglas's son, Ellison, because that's all I am in social circles. Meet someone for the first time? What's it like having Douglas Ellison as a dad? See someone you haven't seen in a while. How's your dad doing? And everyone assumes that everything you've ever accomplished was handed to you on a silver platter. It's gotten pretty old.
You should change your name and move
I get it.
away.
I've thought about it. Should have done it after college. I'm in too deep now.
This is completely unrelated, but
Do you know any history about Carlisle?
do you know any history about Carlisle?
The only history I care about is them dead presidents, baby. Ha ha. Yeah.
That is so weird because he just finished being like, hey, I hate being the son of a really rich guy, blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, it's like, Colin is like, flip, 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 flip. Yeah, I get it.
I get it.
When you know, you know.
Did you study MC Escher at all while you were at college?
Did you study M.C. Escher at all while you were in college?
Oh, man, I wish. This may surprise you, looking at my painting style, but he's my favorite artist.
Dude, you do not
really?
have
I
a
love
painting style.
that I don't
you
understand
have
how he did.
painting style.
His art, I mean.
Within
Most
this.
famous artists have similar technical knowledge that can be learned, even if you're not anywhere near their skill level. But Escher, you'd have to be a computer to keep up.
What's your favorite work of his?
As cool as the impossible buildings are, my favorites are his tessellations. Especially his Sky and Water series, where the negative space of the birds transforms into fish. I could look at them for hours.
Very similar to the thing we
that
just were
reminds me.
doing with
One thing
the
about Carlisle.
eyes.
Did you know that Escher came through here about 50 years ago? Not like it means anything today, but when I was in between two buildings for my gallery, that may have influenced me picking this one a little.
Interesting. Do you by chance know the name Hendrik Vandenberg?
Is he an artist? Never heard of him. Here's something you might like. I've recently been getting into collecting. Collectors are considered fairly prestigious in the art world, you know? Another badge on my Girl Scout sash. And I bought a box of stuff from an estate sale around here. The estate liquidator told me it was Escher influenced, or maybe Escher adjacent, whatever that means. But the box is filled with lots of cool pieces.
Oh my gosh, I'd love to see that.
The box is back at my apartment, but if I remember, I can bring something here to show you.
That'd be amazing. Thanks, Colin. Do you remember the name of the owner of the estate?
Nah, it's probably somewhere in the paperwork.
And before I forget, would you happen to have any casting resin around?
Not sure. I rarely use it. I can take a look in the back if you help me out with something. I was gonna work on reorganizing some of my supplies. If you want to do that instead, I can go look around. All I need is for everything to fit into the box without overlapping.
Well, sure.
Yep, I can do that.
Now.
Cool. I'll get you set up.
Yes. Give me the box. Give me the box. Gimme, 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 gimme the box. Okay, without overlapping. Does this count as not overlapping? Or like, do I have to just put a little bit of space. There we go. Let's put the rest of the paint. Can you? Okay, go here. Okay.
That's it.
All right, Tetris the stuff into a box.
Okay, good news. I found a single bag of polyethylene terephthalate casting resin. A little dusty, but better than nothing.
Polyethylene...
Who's
a what?
All you need to know is that it's a plastic that you need to heat up and pour into whatever mold you have.
Okay,
Got
perfect.
it.
Thank you.
Oh, one last thing. I want to clean this spot over here. Can you grab me a bottle of cleaner? Loretta left one in the women's bathroom.
Sure.
I'm on it. So the last time, I already had this bottle in my inventory because I grabbed it the very first time I ever went in the washroom. And when I handed it him, he was like, "That is so weird that you had." Like, he was freaked out that I had it, and he was creeped out by it. So I wanted to see what happens.
Thanks.
If I did it different.
Well, that's everything. Have fun inhaling melted plastic fumes.
Thank you. Okay, while I'm here, what question do I have to answer? What road is Speedy's diner on? What size shoe? Oh, right, the shoe! The footprint by the cliff. Let's go to the bookstore. I forgot all about the shoe. Okay. There's a shoemaking book somewhere here. Alright. If, for whatever reason, a size must be determined from an existing shoe, an approximation can be made. This method is never recommended and is to be used in unusual situations. Perhaps the client is wary of showing his or her foot. Take the measurement of the base of the existing shoe and subtract an amount based on shoe type. For thicker shoes, such as boots, subtract 0.5 inches. For thinner shoes, subtract 0.2 inches. As always, round to the nearest size. So we had 10.25 minus 0.5 inches is 9.75, which is a size 7.5 US. Okay, so let's try that. 7.5.
That's it.
Ooh, okay. Okay, we got it. Let's see if we can have any new conversations with Mitchell. Yes, awesome.
Would you mind if I asked you some more questions?
Ask away.
Do you know a place called Speedy's Diner? Wait, why didn't I ask that? Oh,
Do you know of
I
a
didn't
place
click it.
called Speedy's Diner?
Speedy's Diner? That's a blast from the past. It burned down a long, long time ago. If greasy American fare is what you're looking for, there's always Sunrise Diner. Ever wanted a moose head watching you eat? That's your place.
Okay, you've lived here since you were young, correct? Did you know the Scardovi family?
You have lived here since you were young, correct? Did you know the Scardovi family?
Yes, of course I did. Name any family from back then and I knew them. The town was small, the school was small. It's just the way it was.
Were you friends?
By proximity, maybe? Scott Scardovi was in my grade. We were both jock types in high school, so we got along all right. Didn't really hang out outside of school, though. It was like a work friendship.
How well did you know Evelyn?
I'm sorry, where are you getting these names? This is all ancient history.
It's all ancient history. Twitch is running some ads now for the next 3 minutes. I need to take care of a few human needs, so I'm going to do a be right back, but I will be right back. Okay, that's got to be among one of my most boneheaded maneuvers. I just ran the coffee machine with no coffee grounds in it. Because I forgot that I had it set to manual grounds instead of using the built-in grinder for... Okay, because last night I made a decaf coffee and that you put the grounds in manually. I forgot to change the setting just now when I made one. So I had like a cup of, slightly discolored water. Oops. Anyway, we'll make a coffee next break. I did load the dishwasher and start it up, so, we're making some progress. Did you know that Evelyn still lives here? I think Evelyn may somehow be connected to the case.
I think Evelyn may somehow be connected to the case.
What? Where is this even coming from?
I can't confirm anything yet, but I feel like she's hiding something.
I would have no idea. You know more than me. End of story.
Did you ever meet their great-uncle Hendrik?
No, I never even met their parents or went to their house. As a matter of fact, I knew almost nothing about them, which means we're done here.
Okay.
Thanks for talking.
Never a problem.
Okay, you had no idea who they were. You got it. Okay, we've got to give, let's give, Terrence's mom, Eileen, a call to talk about this shoe print we found. Get some details from her. Like, what size shoes did Terrence wear? 5550927. And then we're going to call Sergeant Russell and give him a big update, because we've got a lot to update today.
I was wondering if you could check something for me. Do you know Terrence's shoe size?
I can find out. What do you need it for?
I
Just
came across a
confirming
spot
something.
in a popular hiking area that looked suspicious.
Suspicious how?
It looked like some kind of scuffle. Could be nothing, but I wanted to run it by you. There were a jumble of footprints that made me think of a struggle. To make it worse, there was dried blood on a rock, and lines in the mud like someone had been dragged away. This feels like it would scare the hell out of the lady. Let's not do that.
It looked like some kind of scuffle. It could be nothing, but I wanted to run it by you.
Okay, I have it. 7.5.
Any chance you can remember anything about the pattern on his shoes?
Those are the boots he loves to track dirt around with.
I
I'll
don't know
check
if you
the
guys can
back
see this.
porch. In the middle, there are multiple sets of 4 diamonds. At the toe and heel are rectangles that follow the shape of the shoe, and around the rest of the edges are markings that kind of look like little people.
Okay, what if I hold it like this? Can you see that? It's a match, is what I'm saying to you. It's a match. Ugh, stupid blur. Anyway, it's a match.
It's a match.
Oh, really? This probably sounds strange, but that feels like good news.
I'm not sure.
It's news.
The markings in the dirt really looked like someone was abducted.
But it means we're closer to finding answers.
This is true.
I'm not sure if this is a normal thing to say, but I'd much rather face his death than never know what happened to him. I'd rather be there lowering him into his grave than going through life doing double takes at people who look like him or getting excited at every knock on the door. That little bit of hope is a curse, and it never leaves. Speaking of curses, this is not the first time this has happened to me, you know?
What? What do you mean?
About 15 years ago, when I was pregnant with Terrence, my husband, Terrence's dad, and I were finishing the move to Carlisle. The moving crew had transported almost all of our stuff, and I was due to fly out in a day or two. My husband had a business trip in Boston that he had left for a couple days earlier, and he was going to meet me in Carlisle after. Usually we were good about keeping up with phone calls while he was away, but everything was just so hectic. I never saw him again. He never showed up at our new house. He wasn't there at our son's birth. He was gone. And before you say it, there is a 0% chance he would have chosen to leave us. I knew something was wrong after his work called me and asked where he was. After his disappearance, I worked like a dog to find him, driving to Boston for years, all with a toddler. I hung fresh missing posters over the brown, weathered ones beneath, until the phone poles looked like they had books stapled on. It took 10 years for me to accept he was never coming back, and my worst regret, that little bit of hope.
Eileen. Oh, that's horrifying. I'm so sorry you're going through this again.
Maybe
this is beyond horrifying.
Maybe
really.
It makes it worse. I don't know. Just whatever you do, please find answers.
Unbelievable turn of events to learn that Eileen has already had another person in her life just disappear without a trace. Like this, her story is so heartbreaking. Like while we're having fun solving puzzles and everything, you know, there's Eileen with her extremely heartbreaking story.
Carlisle Police. Sergeant Russell speaking.
I made a discovery. I may have come across some of Terrence's footprints along a hiking spot in the woods. I spoke with Mrs. Davies, and she confirmed the size and design of the shoes.
And how do you know to look into these prints? Couldn't they have belonged to anyone?
Well, here's the kicker. There was one clear print next to a muddled mix of prints in the mud. There was a rock nearby with dried blood and drag marks that led into the grass.
That does sound like a lead. We'll get some dogs out there and see if we can catch a scent.
About that. It may have been on private property.
Okay, scratch that then. Who's the owner of the property?
Evelyn Burke, 312 Hillcrest Heights Road.
I recognize that name. I assume you're already looking into her.
Way ahead of you.
Keep it up.
Thanks for talking.
Keep us updated.
Okay, I get it that for the purposes of this game, we need for them not to bring dogs up to Evelyn's house because then we wouldn't be able to proceed with the rest of the, you know, like talking to Evelyn, snooping around, etc., etc. But like in real life, I feel like I'm not employed by the police. Me sneaking into Evelyn's property and then finding the footprint and the blood is valid reason for the police to look into it, given that there are 3 missing persons in the town. However, I get that for the story of this game, we need for them not to be able to go there because that's the whole point. I think what might have been cool is if they were like, we don't have our own dogs, and we don't have our own forensics people, so we have to like make a requisition, and like the chief already doesn't think that this is a big deal, so it's going to be tough for us to do that requisition, and like that could have been the excuse why the dogs can't show up and they can't like cordon off the area and whatever else. But I'm satisfied with this, but I just wanted to like just wanted to make a note. In real life, they wouldn't care that the way that I found the blood was by sneaking onto her property. They would be like, we still need to look for these missing people. We're going to get the dogs out there regardless. Anyway, let's go over here and do some arts and crafts. Where did you get that funnel from? Doesn't matter. That pot also now is no longer usable for food. You would have to dispose of this pot, or you know, like if you're a person who does arts and crafts on the regular, then you know that's what you would do. But like you can't now use this pot for food ever again. Just saying. Okay, let's put the put the pieces together so we have one single key here. There we go. Okay, anything else I can do here? Can I initiate any new conversations with anyone? Oh! Go back to where you came from. You're digging your own grave. Well, well, well. Does that unlock any new conversations with anyone?
I don't need to talk to him right now.
I mean, a threatening note? Why would I need to report that to anybody? I don't know why I might have new conversation with John Branham, but you never know. So I want to exhaust all I need to exhaust all possibilities before I go to sleep, because I am trying to truncate this, right? Like, I want this playthrough to be as short as possible. Not short as possible, but concise as possible.
You've reached the phone of John Branham.
Okay, so I don't think there's any reason to call Eileen back, but might as well just give it a quick shot. And then I'm going to go to the 3 locations and see if anybody there wants
This
to
is
talk.
Eileen Davies.
Okay. Okay, let's see if Mitchell has anything new he wants to say to me. He does not. Okay, let's see if Colin has anything new he'd like to say to me. And he does not. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually push time forward and see if Evelyn has anything she'd like to say to me. We're just having a quick nap. Half an hour. As one does. Half an hour long nap at 5:30 is not... I mean, I guess it depends how old Penelope is, but if she's middle-aged like me, that's totally normal. Okay. Evelyn, may I speak with you?
Does the name Mitchell Hart mean anything to you?
Huh. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
He's someone pretty close to the investigation. His friend was one of the people who disappeared, so he's been a good source of information.
Ha! Good source. If you like your tea served with a pinch of arsenic. Did you bring up my name to him? You did, didn't you? Let me guess. He said he didn't know who I was.
It was basically that, but in more words. He said he went to school with your brother, but knew nothing about your family.
He certainly has not changed in the slightest. I see he forgot to mention that he and I used to be engaged.
Engaged?
Excuse me.
Our wedding date was supposed to be April 8th, 1997.
What happened?
Oh,
Here's some relationship advice. In good times, when everything is butterflies and rainbows, it's easy to be compatible. It's easy to not have those hard conversations, and it's easy to be patient, kind, and considerate. The only way to truly know someone is when the you-know-what hits the fan. Are they still kind? Or do they lash out and become bitter and angry when things happen that they cannot control? Sure, life has plenty of good times, but it also has bad, and when they happen, you need a partner, not an enemy.
Let me guess. Mitchell became the enemy.
I'm just lucky I was able to see the truth before walking down that aisle. Oh, and you may have noticed, he's a serial liar.
There has been a trend.
There really has
I can't
been.
even pretend to know him now. It's been so long. But if he's anything like how he was in his 20s, you need to be careful with him. He was manipulative. He'd lie even about the dumbest things, like why he forgot something or why he was late, let alone anything serious.
Interesting.
And maybe this is shallow, I don't know, but man, was he cheap. His brother worked at an airline, and he almost got him fired just to weasel free plane tickets out of him. And don't get me started on the engagement ring. Seeing that thing was just proof he didn't love me. But before you judge me, he was fairly well off. He just had other things that he valued more than me to spend money on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and he could get really nasty at times if he was angry or irritated or whatever.
Really? Mitchell?
Interesting.
He seems like a decent guy.
That's the problem.
Interesting.
When we met, he was so charming. He was fun, thoughtful, and we would talk for hours. As time went on, little red flags would pop up, but I was so enamored that I had blinders on.
Did he ever hurt anyone? Or does he have a... Let's ask if he had a temper.
Well, did he have a temper?
For the most part, not more than anyone else. It was more how he acted when he was angry. When something would go wrong, he was quick to sniff out someone to blame, even if it was blameless. And you certainly didn't want to be on the receiving end of that.
Okay.
What it comes down to is, if you have to talk to him, take everything he says with a bucket of salt. And absolutely do not believe anything he says about me. He'd make up outrageous stories in a second just to have a chance to drag my name through the mud.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be careful. Talk to you later.
Take care.
Okay, and just because I want to make sure that there wasn't any other secret second conversation that I could have with her, let's go back to the bookstore and see what Mitchell has to say about this. If anything.
April 8th, 1997. Evelyn told me you and she used to be engaged. Well, that's a far cry from you not really knowing each other, isn't it?
You're talking to her? Nothing sacred with you, is it? Had you ever considered that maybe there was a reason I tried to avoid dredging all this up?
She doesn't have a very
no.
high opinion of you.
You think you can take anything she says seriously? She probably blamed me for us not working out, but I'm sure she left out some important details.
Funny. She told me not to listen to you either. What kind of details?
When I lost my arm, it ended life as I knew it. I became deeply depressed. In the beginning, Evelyn was there for me, but it wasn't long at all before her visits became scarcer and scarcer. When I asked her about it, she said I was too hard to be around. I was going through the worst time of my life and was battling depression. I needed her more than ever. And that's not even half the story, but I'm already worn out. But even before that happened, there were times that the sweet, intelligent woman I loved would be shockingly selfish.
Okay.
Like this. I had completed my training as a prohibitionary firefighter and was going to be having a party with some of the other guys in the crew. She knew how much I wanted her there. She told me she was going to swing by a store on the way over. She never showed up. Said she got distracted. For hours? I don't know. But it was heartbreaking. Things like that happen more often than they should have.
Okay. So you're
Be warned.
Got it.
She'll twist any situation to make herself the victim. You really can't trust her accounts of anything.
Okay.
Well, she described you as a liar and manipulator with anger issues. And on top of all that, cheap.
Cheap? I was living off a firefighter's salary. Of course we weren't going out to get filet mignon every night. I'll admit our dates were more on the modest side, but that's because I was saving up for bigger things. Heck, her engagement ring cost practically half my savings.
Huh. Looks like you two might have been looking at two different rings.
That woman. She knows we picked that ring out together, and she knows how much she loved it. Gold with emerald and diamond settings. Looked like something out of royalty.
Your side of the story does make me question what she's told me. I'm kind of inclined to believe her side of the story here. You've lied consistently throughout this whole case.
I'm kind of inclined to believe her side of the story here. You've lied consistently throughout this whole case.
And how would you know Evelyn hasn't? I'll admit to my wrongdoings, but she never will.
Man, maybe you two really do suit each other.
Two vices don't make a virtue.
You definitely had met her family then.
Yes. I hope you've enjoyed stirring up age-old drama, because I'm putting the stew away. This little talk ruined my day. Please don't ask me about it again.
Okay, I won't.
Here's how I feel about this. You're both liars as far as I can tell. Or you're a liar and she's an exaggerator. But that's what we've got. We've got you lying and her exaggerating. Can I talk to her again? Hi, I just talked to what's his name.
Mitchell said your engagement ring was very much not cheap.
We're still talking about him. Well, unfortunately for him, that thing is buried in the garden next to the family dog. I thought it was fitting, seeing as our love was dead.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. I'll drop it. Talk to you later.
Take care.
All right. So, went back to her. Let's have a little snooze. Because I don't think I can talk to the sergeant now. I mean, I'll give it a shot just because I don't want to waste a conversation opportunity, right? Like, I don't want to put off till tomorrow what I can do tonight.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
That's what I thought. Okay, so let's set the alarm for 10 a.m. And then we'll have a sleep and hopefully something will happen overnight to help us move forward. Okay. Tweet, 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 tweet. Okay. Oops. That does not bode well for me. So nothing is different. Shit. Okay, I guess we'll go to the art gallery and see if we can talk to Colin. Well, fudge. Damn it. Okay. I don't know, man.
If I want to set the alarm, I need to press the alarm button.
This... I am really irritated by this. Okay. I'm irritated by my lack of remembering what to do
As much
next.
as I want to solve this case, I'm not getting up that early.
Okay, hang on. Like I'm annoyed, you know? Hang on. Okay, let me do this. Okay, we can't do anything with that. We can't do anything with this yet. We can't do it. I mean, okay, sorry. We've done everything with this. We can't do anything with this yet. No, I know, but I don't, but like based on the, sorry, Ursapon has just said it's a long game with a lot of triggers to progress. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. But based on the timeline that I read between finishing the game and restarting the game, there shouldn't be a day where you don't have anything unlocked. So the fact that there's an entire day being wasted
alarm,
here
I need to press
means
the
that
alarm
I
button.
fucked something up. That's what I'm annoyed by. What did I fuck up yesterday or the day before that I don't have Colin's address yet? That's what I'm annoyed by. So, anyway, because like starting a day and having to immediately sleep until 3 p.m. means that I screwed something up somewhere else. Because I shouldn't have a day where I start and immediately have to move to sleep until 3 p.m. Okay, so here's the ring.
Dirty,
yeah,
but certainly not cheap.
This is not a cheap ring. So is Evelyn lying? Is whose side are we on? They're both unreliable. Okay. Fabulous. That was totally worth it. Yeah, okay. I don't care about your art, dude. Great. Yeah. There should not be a day where you don't do anything the entire day except go in Evelyn's garden. Like that something got fucked up somewhere. I hate this.
This is Eileen Davies' cell. Please leave a message or
Because
call
the
back
last
later.
time that the
Thanks.
thing that got screwed up was that I accidentally didn't look at a... Right, so if looking at the ring is not required to beat the game, then I fucked up because this is literally an entire day where nothing is going to happen. Right, like if I didn't need to look at the ring to progress the game, then I screwed up.
You've reached the phone of John Branham. So please...
What do you mean updated the game? Like, did a game update? Like, exit the game and go to Steam and update the game? If the game, no, I haven't, but I have no idea what Steam's doing while I'm not looking at it. Sorry. Just so we're all on the same page here. I'm irritated because at some point I have But okay, wait, so how did it get soft locked this time if it didn't get soft locked? Okay, sorry. So the first time I played the game, I did a lot of like, oh no, like I would have a conversation with someone and then like come back to the hotel and sleep, and then I didn't realize that you could just like I wasn't fully exhausting conversations with people, so I wasn't like talking to somebody, leaving and then coming back immediately and trying to have a new conversation with them. Or I would have a conversation with someone and then I would be like, oh, I have to wait for overnight for the next person to be able to go talk to them. So I wasn't efficiently having conversations with everybody all the time. At this point, I can't remember whether now is when there should be a hammer overnight. But the fact that if yesterday everything I did, doing thing A before thing B instead of thing A after thing B can cause problems in some cases. Oh, well, if that's the case, then it's no big deal. We can just scrap it. Like, if the game's just borked because of the order I did things in, well, then I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not going to get upset about something like that. I just was like, what the hell did I forget to do or not do? Right? Like, because yesterday I forgot to look at the lower right corner or lower left corner of the family tree when I snuck into Evelyn's attic the first time. So I didn't have the dates for the photo album, so that meant I didn't have the code for the little thing in the side table in her living room, right? Like all of that. So I was like annoyed, and I went back and replayed from looking in Jane's bag onwards in order for me to be able to have that stuff. So is it possible that the game just is not going to do the construction in the middle of the night now? Yeah, but I don't log into Steam ever, so sorry. We're just having a conversation about like the game having an update or whatever.
Right now.
Sorry, in the chat we're having a conversation about the game being updated and like whether or not it's possible to be soft locked, etc., etc., etc. Sorry, I am not doing a good job of responding to chat in a way that anyone who can't see chat would find useful. So, in chat, we have the following. It's a long game with a lot of triggers to progress. That was said like 5 or 6 minutes ago. I responded to that saying something along the lines of, yeah, but if I go to sleep and then the only thing I can do at all is go back to sleep, then I messed something up, because a day shouldn't be only sleep, wake up, sleep till 3, go to Evelyn's house and dig up a ring, and then come back to your room and nothing has triggered, right? Like there needs, like obviously something is wrong for the game not to be proceeding at all. So the next comment was, looking at the ring is not required to beat the game. And I said, okay, well, so that's even more proof that I messed something up somewhere, because nothing happened overnight, right? Like you would either have a phone call or an event that happens during the night, or as you're leaving the room, you like find something on the ground, or you know, like, right? Something has to happen to progress further from this point. So I missed something that would have caused that thing to happen. Like, why hasn't Sergeant Russell called me to give me Colin's condo address yet? I have the key card. I need the address, because this is what'll happen. I have to get the address so I can go to Colin's condo, so I can look on the wall and see a poster there. The poster there is going to show me the address for Speedy's Diner. That's going to allow me to go to Speedy's Diner and dig up a box. Okay, other things that happen in Colin's is that I can look at his laptop, I can open his laptop, I can read some of his emails. Reading his emails will also unlock new conversation with Colin that will unlock a whole thing about Colin that sort of eliminates him as a suspect. On that same thread, going to Colin's also allows you to, I think there's like 2 books that you can read that give you some background information that help you with stuff. So all of that stuff is locked because the sergeant hasn't called me yet. Anyway, then the conversation started happening. Have you updated the game recently? There's a soft lock around this point in the game that was fixed in an update. Right now, doing thing A before thing B instead of thing A after thing B can cause problems in some cases, and that the update was on November 25th. And so when I was saying, yeah, but I don't know because I don't log into Steam, that's what I was referring to. I was like, I have no idea if my game has or has not automatically updated since November 25th, because I never bother going into Steam at all. My game, the thing's set up to do auto updates. I have no idea if it's run an update or not. So what we're going to do is save the game. But I also am saying, if the game is soft locked, and that's why we're not proceeding, I'm not going to be upset about that. I'm mad if I somehow 3 whole entire days after finishing the game have completely forgotten all of the game sequences, to the point where like I'm supposed to like use this item with this item in this place, and I just never bothered doing it. That would be a me problem, and that would make me annoyed, because I'd be like, Aaron, you have caused your own, situation of not having. So, are we soft locked? Who knows? All right, save, and then we'll quit the game, and then I'm going to go into Steam. You can't see, but I'm going into Steam, and I'm going to see if the game needs an update. Though if it does, do we think that that's going to, would I have to start the game all over again, or will it, are we screwed? Are we stuck? And how far back do I have to go? Do we even know which thing I did? you know, all this stuff. Okay. Where the heck? Okay. Everybody calm down. And by everybody, I mean me. The last time that it updated was on December 5th at 2:59 p.m. So definitely this is the most up-to-date version that it could be. I'm going to go check for updates anyways. How do you spell Penelope? I mean, you've only typed it out 355 times. Okay. Yeah. So I've there's a patch that happened on the 25th that was installed. There was one on the 29th that definitely was installed. And there was one on the 4th that also was installed. So I definitely have an up-to-date game. So what did I screw up? Let's go to Discord and see. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the 100 biddies, Mustard Fennec. That's so kind of you. I'm having a crisis right now because I am feeling a type of way about my game, potentially having been soft locked, but it's also entirely likely that I just didn't do things in the right order. Yes, absolutely go ahead with suggestions. Backseating is absolutely, this is the best time for backseating. Please do. Okay, load. How am I doing outside of the crisis? I'm outside of the game, I'm great. Inside of the game, I'm in a tizzy. Solved the footprint question, looked at the papers in the bag at the gallery. Yes, okay, let's... Oh, wait a minute, did I type? Yes, I solved the footprint, and I had the conversation with Eileen where she told me that her husband also disappeared. Let's go back to the gallery and just double check that I looked at all the papers in there, just in case. Oops. Okay, we might as well see if Mitchell has anything he wants to say to us. No. Okay. Before I forget, did you hear whisper from me? I didn't! Okay, well now I'm never distracted, so I obviously always look that. What? I'll get back to you on that. That's very exciting though. Okay. Alright. Earth upon. Here am I, looking at the papers. Okay. Glove with a hole in it. Okay. The job thing. Social anxiety. The new gallery exhibit. The note when she says she's gonna get things sorted out for mom. And the kitty cat and the person lurking outside the bookstore. Okay, yes, but that's it. I never got the second set of stuff. Newspaper article and the lined paper. Is there anything specific that I'm supposed to look at here that is not, like, there's nothing to click on? And I asked the cops to look into this date, and they were like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. You think that looking at them again will have... You know what? I'm willing to try it. But I will say, game, I'm annoyed because my whole thing was that I wanted to play an efficient playthrough. So, it's unkind of you. Game? No, I'm okay. If I don't hear some banging noises in the night or get a phone call with Colin's address, I'm going to be, well, I'll be exactly as frustrated as I am now. I didn't hear banging noises in the night. So that's no hammer. No hammer, no phone call. So did we mess up? Did we break the game? Now I'm like, did I actually read this thing? Okay.
Weird.
I'm wondering if I didn't bother saying weird on all 3 paintings when I first came here. If that's part of it. I never used the bathroom either. Yes, I solved the puzzle box in Stacy's room. That's how I got the mold to make this. And I snooped in her emails and read about her getting a fake ID. I've been here for 5 days and never used a toilet once, never showered once. Gross. Penelope, you're disgusting. Okay, sorry about that. Wait a minute. Did I ever even open the suitcase? Gosh. Okay, hang on. Are there items that I didn't grab that I could have grabbed and that I just was like, I'll grab them when it's time to grab them? Oh, hang on. Wait, you told me that you can get all the way to the end of the game without ever having opened the cupboard. So I never opened the cupboard. I know I can't open it while he's here, but should I open the cupboard? Oh. Why would I not have tried to talk to him while I was here, just in case? Owen! Why are you ignoring me? Okay. I will say this, it's at least mildly entertaining that I have managed to mess up the game this badly. Okay. Okay. Is the hammer there? Well, I didn't hear any construction noises in the night. God, wouldn't it be just my luck that I ran right past the thing 5 or 6 times and the hammer's been there the whole time? Okay, you know what? The fact that you have to stand in a very specific spot to even look at the hammer. Yeah, the hammer is not here. Okay. Yeah, because the hole in the ceiling is still there. What did I mess up? Okay. While you're thinking of things, I'm also going to look at the Discord. Okay. Go to your apartment, turn on the stove, yada, yada, yada. Talk to Mitchell. Go to Evelyn's and click on the magazine and then talk to her. Oh. Wait, did I have to click on the magazine before talking to Evelyn? Because I went to Evelyn's and I didn't click on the magazine first. I just talked to her. The Time magazine isn't required. Okay, thank you. Because it says the next thing I'm supposed to do is go to sleep and I'll hear construction noises. Yeah, so I am stuck on making the key and then talking to Evelyn and Mitchell and Evelyn and Mitchell and Evelyn and Mitchell to hear their whole he said, she said situation. And now I'm supposed to have a hammer. Okay, and of course, y'all. Okay. Thank you. I have a big problem with the... Let me rephrase this. Okay. The thing I'm about to say is me commenting on a skills issue on my part and not me commenting on a mechanics issue on the game's part. Okay, so we've said that now. Disclaimer. I have a real issue with accidentally clicking all of the wrong buttons and like turning in circles and like when I want to walk with, and the more I am like eager to get to somewhere, the more likely I am to click the wrong thing and like get just in an endless loop of like turning around. So let's knock on Stacy's door.
You again.
It is me. Do you know of a place called Speed? God damn it! All right. So remember a little while ago when I was like, I fucked something up. This is the something that I fucked up. All right, everybody. Mystery solved. I'm a moron. I was supposed to have talked to Stacy. Yes, and I was also I'm supposed to ask. I can't get Colin's address till I've asked everybody if they know where Speedy's Diner is. Because that's the thing that will trigger me being able to go to his house to look at the poster and see where Speedy's Diner is. You don't have to ask them? Oh! Well, I'm going to ask them anyways.
Do you know of a place called Speedy's Diner?
Nope.
Okay. Asking, where did you live before you moved to Okay, guys, so I've been so panicking and stressed out again that my management of chat has been terrible. Let's go back into chat and read all the things that I reacted to, but that you didn't know what they said. Okay. So, Mustard Fennec came in and has been being super awesome and delightful. So, there's a bunch of stuff about that. Ursapon has been being a massive, huge help in helping me diagnose what did I mess up in my gameplay that led to a point where we were like locked. What had I not done? It's talking to Stacy is what I had not done. Anyway, Ursapon gave me like, go here, do this, look at this. Did you already try this, etc., etc., etc. So that was all fabulous and great and wonderful. Mustard Fennec has gone to lurk. Thank you. Sorry for not responding when you said it. I think I'd lose my head trying to play this. Skills issues. Yeah, for me, like, I will say this. I love these games, but I have a massive skills issue in that I get too confident in knowing what I'm supposed to do next. That I'm like, that's what I'm going to go do next. And I like wander right past clues, people to talk to, rooms that I just got a key for, like, so that I can go do the thing I think is the most important next thing. And then I get mad at the game when the thing that I thought was the next important thing didn't turn out to be the next important thing. As if it's the game's fault that I have a overconfidence kind of a situation happening. So it's massive skills issues. So I play these games in an effort to teach myself some humility. Because, yeah, sometimes you need to get taken down a peg. So here we are. I messed up, and I was supposed to have talked to Stacy before now. And that's why we slept 2 times with no results or changes. And we're just going to roll with the punches and go ahead and talk to Stacy. We were ask her, where did she live before she moved to Carlisle? Which we should have asked her 2 frickin' nights ago.
Where did you live before you moved to Carlisle?
Somewhere worse.
That doesn't really narrow it down.
Chicago.
Wow, I bet that was a lifestyle adjustment.
Did you grow up there? Why exactly did you leave? She's not going to tell us
Did you
the
grow
truth,
up there?
But we're going to ask her.
Yeah,
anyway.
I did.
Do you ever go back to visit?
No, it's not really my thing.
Not even your parents?
They're perfectly happy as they are.
Why exactly did you leave?
I didn't exactly have the best time there. I just wanted to get out and start over.
Was it hard leaving friends and family? Can I just say that I have been so good this entire playthrough returning to people to talk to them again. making sure I phone everybody at least like one more time before I go to bed. I am so mad at myself for not having knocked on Stacy's door. I am so very, very mad at myself. I was doing so good at returning to talk to people again. I literally just was me about it, like not too long ago. I was telling everybody how great I am because I'm totally remembering to talk to people and coming back to people and talking to them again. Oh, okay. Anyway, what was it hard leaving friends and family? What made it so bad?
Was it hard leaving friends and family?
I guess. I still kind of miss people as I remember them, but I know they've changed and everything has changed. And the people I miss don't exist anymore.
So, how did you end up here, exactly?
It sounds stupid, but I did the whole close your eyes and point to somewhere on the globe thing, except with a US map. When you can go anywhere, it's really an overwhelming choice. After I landed in the ocean a couple times, and then on San Francisco, like seriously, I don't hate myself. I got Southern Connecticut. So here I am.
Why
are you happy you ended up here?
A small New England town
like
is
San
basically the
Francisco?
South Pole of a city like Chicago.
I don't understand.
So yeah, everything ended up all right.
Thanks for talking.
Don't get used to it.
Okay. Stacy, I'm sorry for bothering you. Why would she need to hate herself to live in San Francisco? I don't know. I'm not American. I don't know. Guys. Me a few minutes ago. Wait, what? Why aren't you doing the thing? No. Oh, hang on. Let me see. Okay, does this work? Never mind. I was going to show you a cute thing, but I can't, so. San Francisco is an H-E-O. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm uncool, or no. High cost, okay, thank you. Okay, so it's like if she can barely afford to live in this apartment, she can't afford to live in San Francisco. Okay, so now we sleep, right? Now we sleep. Oh, hang on. Maybe I should call the cops. Five.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
That's fair. Okay, now we sleep. See, now we will have slept away 3 days because I'm dumb. Sorry. And by that I mean because I think I know everything. And I don't know everything. Because I was so confident that I was like, yep. Talk to Evelyn, talk to Mitchell, talk to Evelyn, talk to Mitchell, talk to Evelyn, talk to Mitchell, talk to Evelyn, talk to Mitchell. Get the trowel, dig up the ring. It never occurred to me to talk to Stacy in the meantime. Anyways. I better hear construction noises. Okay, Twitch is going to run ads. I have to go potty. I'm going to pause the game and be right back. Maybe I will be in a less mood when I come back. I am back. I'm back. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, good. Whew. Okay. Just, can you even imagine this? I was just saying to Jason, like, it's all, like, I couldn't have scripted this if I wanted to be able to, like, just have a persona of, like, oh, I mess these games up every time. Ha ha ha. No, because I do mess these games up every time. I can't even with myself, okay? I can't even with myself anymore. Could I play a game without having to consult the Discord or get hints from the chat? No. In fact, I couldn't even play a game literally 2 days after I just finished the game. All right. Oops, that's not even where I want to go. Anyway, okay, let's do this. Oh my god, the fire alarm. Okay. Y'all. Plus now I'm all worked up. Okay, things I need to do in here before anything else happens. Look at her bank statements. Oh my god, she's losing money. Look at this letter. She got a C-. Okay, yeah, they're saying, hey, your schoolwork is getting worse. Is there anything going on in your personal life that might be stressing you out? And we have the book.
I know I remember Stacy saying she had no interest in the town. Is that a lie?
Here's another page from the notebook. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to look at in here? I mean, I guess I need to notice that there's... Oops. Let's see this. Oh, she got a GED. Oh my god. Okay. A note on the fridge. She's got some email addresses here. I think this is everything I meant to look at. Is this everything I meant to look at? Before I leave the room, I'm so stressed I'm gonna look. Click her bed to find the book. On the table is a note, her financial statement. On the ground is a diploma. Under the bed are some clothes. And there's a locked drawer. Okay. Okay, yeah, just regular clothes. And then, yeah. Oh, look, there's a locked drawer. Hang on, let's play the guitar a bit. Nope, we can't. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Although I'm not sure if it's timed, but certainly I don't want to be in her room. Okay. All right. I don't think that this unlocked any new conversations with Mitchell. I don't think it unlocks any new conversations with Colin, but we'll check anyway. Okay. Evelyn? Question mark? No, because I think the last thing I had a conversation with Evelyn about, she was like... Oh, never mind. There's more to say to Evelyn.
I need you to be honest with me. What do these papers mean?
Where did you get this?
It was in possession of Gerald Cook, one of the...
Missing people. He shouldn't have had this. Why did he have this?
I don't know. but he thought it was important. He had it in a safe. It belonged to your Uncle Hendrik, didn't it?
It belongs to my family. It belongs to me. You and everyone else need to back off and show the smallest bit of respect. If Gerald and the others couldn't understand that...
Couldn't understand what? What are you hiding, Evelyn?
Can't a family deal with their old demons in peace? I've been fighting my own for a long time. It's a very old and personal battle, and I wish others would respect that. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with them, and I'd recommend it's kept that way.
Ugh, I don't have time for any more riddles.
Okay, I guess I had a small argument with Evelyn there. She seems upset. Okay. Can I call anybody?
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Okay, fine. What about...
I'm currently so.
Okay. I'm guessing Eileen's gonna have nothing either.
This is Eileen.
Okay. Woohoo! Phone call. Thank goodness. Okay. Give me the address.
Hello?
New info. Where do I begin? We have Colin for 600 or Colin for 800.
Both. I'll take both.
I'll take Colin for 800.
We located his address. 1944 Diane Street, New Haven, Connecticut, apartment number 504.
Well, we're going to go
sure I don't
there
have
next.
to say this out loud, but be
Go
discreet.
snoop there next.
Great. I certainly will not be checking that out.
And?
Colin for 600, please.
We got a hold of the people in his fake obituaries, and they appear to be alive and well.
Phew.
I didn't go into too much detail with them. Ignorance may be bliss here.
That's a relief.
Anything you want to add?
Right now, the only thing I'm hung up on is that... Okay, Gerald and Jane were both searching for something. But Terrence, he doesn't seem to fit with the other two.
Except through Colin.
True. Can't forget about that. Or maybe whatever happened to him was unrelated to the others.
All we know is whatever it wasn't good.
That's for
Yes,
sure.
correct.
Talk to you later.
Okay, now we can go snoop in Colin's apartment, and now we need to... All of my angry negativity needs to be purged out of me. Out into the world. No, wait, not out into the world. No. Purged completely. I don't want the around me to feel angry and whatever. Anyway, long story short, yes, Aaron, you were frustrated, but it's all been fixed now, and it's time to get back into the game and go to Colin's house. All right. So we have to use our key card to sneak in. And then we gotta look at this. Speedy's Diners on Winchester Avenue. Oh, I can't do that yet. Okay. And then there's like a whole town here. That's the apartment building I'm living at. Okay. Cool. So, Winchester? Why am I screaming? I don't know.
That's it.
Okay. Oh, right. Ooh, look at this liquor. Why is the lid off of this bottle? Okay. let's snoop on his.
You have one unheard message. First unheard message sent yesterday at 7:15 p.m.
Hey, so we're hitting up the Fusion on Friday night if you want to join. Seriously, what is going on with you lately? Literally no one can reach you. Here I am calling your landline like an 80-year-old. Anyways, that's what's happening. Come or be square.
Alright, so we have learned that Colin has not been going out with his friends the way he usually does. Okay. But we've also got like a donation here to a hospital, so I'm not sure what that's about. Perhaps he feels guilty after doing something to a child, like Terrence. From the estate of Hollis Watt, Oakford, Connecticut. Assorted art pieces. Okay. Ooh, here's a page. Another sketchbook page. I will grab that. And here's some tessellated lizards in the style of MC Escher. HVDB. Oh, and the little eyeball is his, like, is a signature of his. I hadn't noticed the little eyeball on things. Was it on everything? Oh yeah, look, there it is, right there. Okay. Alrighty. Here's a painting Colin's working on. I actually like this better than most of the paintings in his gallery. Alright, here's his laptop. First time I looked at his laptop, I looked at it 3 separate visits before realizing that there's a power button right here. So, if you want to know what's embarrassing, that's what's embarrassing. Alright, we got a bookshelf with a quote. It is not who is revealed by the painter, it is rather the painter who on the colored canvas reveals himself. It is not he who is revealed by the painter, it is rather the painter who on the colored canvas reveals himself. Okay. The art of deceit. Here's the thing about MC Escher. Are you supposed to answer this? Sagittarius. Oh. Tricks of the eye. And then there's like this whole thing on optical illusions. Pretty cool. Okay. Let's go. Do Sagittarius in here. Sagittarius. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, emails. Idris McFarlane. To whom it may concern. My name is Colin Ellison, proprietor of the art gallery located on Ocala Street between Oakford and Carlisle. I'm writing today to set up an appointment for an appraisal on some unusual pieces that I have recently purchased. They span all mediums, carved wood, painted tile, cast metal, the list goes on. The artist is unknown, but many of the pieces pay homage to the style of Dutch artist MC Escher. I'm hoping to identify the artist because he has potential to be a hidden gem. Based on what I've seen, and if more of his creations can be located, I believe my discovery could be an invaluable contribution to the art world. I look forward to a response. Colin Ellison. And then the reply from Idris McFarlane is, Dear Mr. Ellison, thank you for contacting us. We would be happy to perform a thorough evaluation of these pieces. If you are available, let's meet next Wednesday at 10 a.m. You can find the address of our warehouse on our website. Signed, Idris McFarlane. Then we got an email from Douglas Ellison. So this is Daddy-O. Son, if I wanted to burn money, I would have invested in Lehman Brothers in 06. I'm putting my foot down. I refuse to fund your pipe dream of an art career any longer. 50K here, 50K there. I see no return on investment. Where's the foot traffic? Where are the sales? What am I supposed to tell my colleagues when they ask about you? Frankly, it's embarrassing. Either prove that your gallery is viable, or downsize and learn to do your own cooking. FYI, my sister Agatha died Tuesday of cardiac arrest. I'll send details of the funeral shortly. This tells you everything you need to know about Douglas Ellison. That the telling him about his aunt passing away and that there's going to be a funeral next week or whenever the funeral's going to be is the FY, like the postscript almost, like it's almost PS. Like, come on, man. Anyway, here's also an unsent email that Colin wrote to a helpline that says, I think I need help. I'm starting to scare myself. I can't stop hurting people. But then he didn't finish, and we don't know what he was getting at here. But this is scary. Unless it was supposed to be like people's feelings. Right? We don't know. Because he just kind of cuts off here. We can't look at any other emails, I don't think. So yeah. Exit out of here. Power off. And we're done here, I think? Is there anything else? Oh wait, we can look at the paintings on the walls, I forgot. He's got the Edison bulbs. He's so pretentious. Anyway. I think that's everything we can do here, right? Alright, let's head back out. We now know where Speedy's diner is. Let's go and dig. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So this one here is a puzzle based on this. And it's like a mastermind kind of a situation. So I solved this already once. In the first sequence, 3, 4, 7, and 6, only one of these numbers is needed in the final solution, and it is in its proper place as well. So I have just simply written down 3, 4, 7, 6. Okay. The second one says it's 1, 6, 8, 9, and it says only one of these numbers is needed, but it is placed incorrectly. Okay. So I simply wrote down 1, 6, 8, 9 because still I can't eliminate anything yet. The next line is 6, 9, 7, 8 and says none of these numbers are needed, which allowed me in the first line to remove 7 and 6. And in the second line to remove 6, 8, and 9. So now I know that there is a 1 in the code, but it also is not in the first position. The fourth line down is 1, 5, 7, 6 and says 2 of these numbers are needed, but they are both placed incorrectly. I already know that 7 and 6 are not the numbers from the line right above it. So 1 and 5 are the 2 numbers, but they are not in their correct places. Next line down is 4, 7, 2, 1. It says 3 of these numbers are needed, but they are all placed incorrectly, and we already know 7 is not needed. But this also, we now know all 4 of the digits that we need because from the first line, sorry, hang on. Let's scale that back. From the line we just did where we erased the 7, we know that we need 4, 2, and 1. From the line above that, we know we need 1 and 5. So 4, 2, 1, and 5. From the line 2 above that, we knew we needed 1. And now we know the top one. We don't need the 3. We only need the 4, which confirms that 4 from the first one is in the correct position. So the second digit is 4. Okay. Then the final one says 9, 3, 8, and 2. It says only one of these numbers is needed, and it is placed incorrectly. And the number that we're talking about there is 2. So we can tell that 2 is not It is, sorry, and it is placed correctly, not incorrectly. So we know 2 is the final digit. All right. So we know the last digit is 2. We know the second digit is 4. And we just need to place 5 and 1. And if you go back through the clues, it becomes obvious that the code is 5412. So let's do 5412. 5412. Yippee!
This
and now
was
we
on
have
Gerald's sketch page. Must be important. Better get the rust off.
Now we have the rusty medallion. Now, this is the thing that I was laughing about earlier, because for some reason I thought this box here was this box here. And I was like, how does Speedy's Diner remind you of home? Like, because this box is in the location that reminds me most of my home country. And I was like, this dingy alley between Speedy's Diner and this other building. That's because I'm silly. Anyway, let's go back to the apartment and de-rustify this medallion. We'll go up to the second floor to grab the instructions. Okay, y'all. The first time I did this, I can't even tell you how many mistakes I made. It was a bajillion mistakes. But I think this time I'm going to be so much better at it. So we shall see. Oops. I'm just going to get it right the first time without any mistakes. Okay. I don't know. I can't remember what makes me... Oh, great. We're stuck in a loop. Okay. Perhaps it's just simply... Oh. It says right here that you're going to need a measuring cup and some oxalic acid. So we have to go to Evelyn's house to get that. Look how excited I was to be able to do this, and I already had. Great. I already was going to not be able to do it. Okay. Now let's go to Evelyn's house, steal the stuff out of her bathroom cabinet, and then we can clean the medallion. Coming to Evelyn's house is always so scary. I'm like, she's gonna come home. She's gonna come home for sure. But she doesn't. It's okay. All right. Measuring cup. Oxalic acid. What? How lucky are we that she happened to have these in her bathroom cupboard? Like, she had exactly what we needed in her bathroom cabinet. What are the odds? Okay. Now, run away. Back to the apartment. Whew. Okay, we're in the home stretch now, boyo. Okay, let's get this sorted out. Which thing is it that I need to put on the counter? Okay. Alrighty, let's refer to the instructions. Before starting the process, make sure you're wearing rubber gloves to protect your hands from the mild acid. Begin by pouring roughly 2 cups of water into a large plastic bucket. Add 3 drops of dish soap, enough to create suds, then place the rusted object into the bucket. Use your scrubbing tool of choice to clean the object. This will remove excess dirt and loose rust. Remove the rusted object from the bucket and rinse in running water, set aside for later. Do not ask me how many times I did this without rinsing and then being upset that things weren't working out. It was more than 0, okay? More than 0. Okay. Here we go. We got the rubber gloves on. Okay. 2 cups of water. 3 drops of soap. Scrub it with a sponge. Scrub it. Scrubby. Rinse. Don't
Washing
forget
done.
to rinse.
On to the next step.
Okay. Now, I have
3
dumped
cups
the
of water
bucket.
should be enough to submerge it.
Okay. Let's just make
There's
sure
nothing in the bucket to
It is
know.
dumped. Good. Okay. Now, let us go back here and read this. Pour enough clean water into the empty bucket to submerge the object, but avoid excess to prevent waste. Okay, so she has said to us 3 cups of water should do. 3 cups. Okay? Before adding acid, identify the type and quantity of rust to be removed. Utilize the charts on the following page. So, it is red, and there is lots of it, and it is uniform. So, red, uniform, heavy. Okay? Keep that in mind. Red, uniform, heavy. Let's go back. Once the proper amount in ounces of oxalic acid has been calculated using the measurements below, add to the bucket. Do not place the object into the bucket until checking the amount of soaking time needed. This information is on the following page. Place the object into the bucket and make sure to keep track of time. Not waiting long enough can cause poor removal, and waiting too long can cause additional corrosion. Once the required time has passed, remove the object from the bucket. Rinse in running water to remove any loose rust. Set down and examine your object thoroughly. If rust is completely removed, congratulations, your rust removal journey has come to an end. If an unsatisfactory level of rust remains, repeat the steps in the mixed solution section. Remember to reevaluate the quantity and adjust amounts of acid as needed. But it doesn't say here that you need to reevaluate the color. So keep that in mind if you're me. Dump bucket if finished or before restarting this section. Okay, so red, uniform, heavy. 10 minutes. So if it's red rust, we need 1 ounce per 6 ounces of water. 3 cups of water is 24 ounces of water. So that means we are going to have 4 ounces of acid. And it's heavy, so we don't subtract anything. So we're going to do 3 cups of water, 4 ounces of acid, and we're going to soak it for 10 minutes in game, which is 1 minute IRL. Okay? Okay. 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Timer. 1 minute. Okay, is everyone ready? I'm gonna put this in and hit start at the same time. 1, 2, 3, go. Wait, why? Why isn't the... Oh, the clock is... I was looking at the hour hand and it wasn't moving very much, and I thought that the clock was stopped and I was panicking. But never mind, I can see the minute hand moving on the in-game clock. Y'all. Just, y'all. Okay. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Better. One more round should do it.
And I think that it is now lightly rusted. So, yeah, I think it's light. So the soak time will be 5 minutes. Okay, so same deal. We start with 4 ounces But now, since it's light, we have to subtract 1 ounce for every 2 ounces of water, which is going to be subtracting 2 ounces. So that's going to leave us with 2 ounces of acid, and we are going to soak for 5 minutes. So 2 ounces of acid, soak for 5 minutes. So let me just make sure that
There's nothing in the bucket to
There's
dump.
nothing in the bucket, so we are good to go. Okay. Here we go. Okay. 2 ounces. And then we're going to put this in for 30 seconds. So let me just set my timer to... 5 minutes in game, 30 seconds IRL. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Everything's gonna be cool. Everything's gonna be hunky and dory. It's gonna just be perfectly fine. Why are we running the faucet like non-stop? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good as new.
Yay, we did it! Whew. Okay. Do we need to call anybody? Huh. Did we learn something? Oh yeah, no, we need to go talk to Colin about his having no money. Let's go talk to Colin about him having no money. Colin, I hear you have no money, man. What's going on with that? Whoops. Wrong place. How do you turn around? Wait, I can't leave? Oh. I figured it out. It's okay. Okay, let's talk to Colin about him having no money.
Hey, glad you're here. I need to show you something. Last night, my cleaning lady, she found something behind a toilet in the women's bathroom.
Ew, no. I was just leaving.
What? No, gross. It's a letter in an envelope found not too far from where your missing woman left her bag. I put it in the bag if you want to check it out.
Oh, well, your cleaning lady needs a raise.
I think she's fine.
Okay, let's look in the bag and then confront him after. When I became sick, the world turned upside down. I was so young. You were so young. Only a teenager. It tore my heart in two, knowing that as time went on, I would become less and less able to be the mother I wanted to be. You took it in stride. Every day you told me how I was going to get better. I knew that you knew the truth, but it didn't matter. I always appreciated your strength when I had none. You were the mother now, and I was the child. I write this as I wait for the end. After a decade of slow decay, the thought of peaceful slumber is warm and comforting. I am ready. It saddens me to know that I won't be able to walk with you through the milestones of life, but that doesn't mean that I won't be there with you always. When you walk down the aisle, when you have your first child, remember that I am there by your side. Now I must tell you something. I want to pass on my strange fixation before it passes with me. You may have caught glimpses of unusual papers or seen the light on in my study late into the night. Until I became sick, I was searching for something. In 1977, I befriended an older gentleman. I would join him on the park bench after work to chit-chat for a few minutes and watch the world go by. As the days became weeks, he grew increasingly open with me. I learned the man I thought to be average and unassuming was the victim of war and tragedy. Was very rich, had the mind of a genius and the passion of an artist. Was he a madman? He would have been if he were any poorer, but he had everything he needed to make his visions a reality. He told me of his legacy, some unknown place he called The Shelter, being built in Carlisle in the dead of night by a crew sworn to secrecy. He said to me, I have created the greatest work of architecture that the world can never see. When I asked him what he meant, he told me that what he was building was for the safety of his family first, a work of engineering second, and to make him famous, never. What he experienced during the world wars, shaped him and his view of the future. The loss that he lived through haunted him, and he vowed to protect his family from war at all costs. This shelter is somewhere for his family and generations to come to hide, if ever faced with the prospect of war reaching American shores. This is where I, and now you as well, come in. He wanted us to feel free to shelter there too if necessary. He gave me a couple of keys and odd ornamental pieces along with pages of enigmatic riddles and drawings. He listed the names of others he had confided in and told me to reach out, and he warned me to read his instructions very, very carefully. I was so perplexed by everything, all I could do was say thank you. What happens next is a deep regret. Do you remember when we suddenly had to move? The changes going on at work took all of my attention, and in all the packing and chaos, I never had a chance to get back to that bench. I was never able to fully thank Hendrik Vandenberg for sharing his incredible secret with me. Even though it wasn't long before we moved back home, it was only a couple of years later that I became sick. I knew I would never see Carlisle's greatest secret. That's why I passed this information on to you. I believe you have the intelligence and perseverance to right my regret. It's no secret that I was too protective of you when you were growing up. I felt the guilt as I began to witness the effect on you, how you began to see things with fear as I did. When you began to back away from life and recede into your shell, I knew the damage had been done. I had wanted every one of your days to be safer than the day you were born, and for myself to never go through the pain of seeing you in a situation so far beyond my control. But now I realize this decision was fueled mostly by old trauma and my own fears. I deeply, deeply apologize. I can only hope that this opportunity for you to overcome the challenges of this search will show you how to be the brave, confident woman you were meant to be. But at the same time, I will say that if you follow this path, don't let it consume you. I know how you can be sometimes. Still live your life, find love, have experiences, do it all. As unique as the search may be, it's not worth more than your happiness. Death is not an easy thing, but it is a natural part of life and shouldn't be feared but embraced. So don't mourn me when I'm gone. Rejoice because I am free. You're strong, maybe the strongest person I know. When you were born into that burning room, I was so afraid that you wouldn't survive. But like a phoenix, you made it out of the ashes with a new life to live. And in the same way, I know you will come out of this experience anew. No matter the path you choose, remember, I am there at your side. Love, Mom. P.S. This necklace was your great-great-grandmother's. Was mine, and is now yours. Okay. So we know from the newspaper... What? Where's my bonus question? Oh, wait.
This is it. This is what they were looking for. Hendrik Vandenberg's shelter.
Okay. Now can I... Yeah. We know from the newspaper that the baby's name was Ruby Ayer.
That's it.
Okay. Can we talk to Colin again? No. Shoot. Maybe we have to talk to Sergeant... Russell first?
I don't need to talk to him right now.
What? Is he available?
Hi, Branham. It's Penelope.
Ah, hello, Miss Pendrick. Did the address provide you with the answers you were looking for?
And more.
It certainly did. I'm on the trail of something much weirder than I anticipated.
Well, spill the deets, as the kids say.
I actually don't think the kids say that.
Maybe they do.
Anyway.
Maybe they don't.
I've come across evidence that somewhere in Carlisle is a mysterious hidden structure built by a rich but secretive architect.
Incredible. Or you may be mistakenly reading off of the back of a DVD case.
I know it sounds crazy, but trust me, I think I'm onto something. The reason I called, would you be able to look into the name Hendrik Vandenberg for me?
Well, with the power of technology, I will do it right now. let's see. There. Incorrect password. What do you mean, incorrect password? FLUFFLES.
Oh, this is so cute.
2, 3. Is the case sensitive? Or... The nice thing about paper documents is that you don't need to sign in. Oh, okay, great, it worked. I have access to an amazing database of almost every record imaginable. If you want to learn more about LBJ's dental visits, the tool is right here.
No thanks.
No thanks. I'm good. I'm just looking for any information on Hendrik Vandenberg.
Birth certificate. Quick translate. All right.
Sorry.
Born in 1905 to Virgil and Elizabeth Vandenberg in Rotterdam, Netherlands. Immigration papers show that he immigrated from the Netherlands in 1940. Interesting. That surely would have been related to the Rotterdam Blitz in May of that year.
Rotterdam Blitz?
An especially destructive aerial bombing carried out by the German Luftwaffe, their air force, in World War II. Rotterdam was one of only 5 Allied cities that was completely destroyed in the war. Mr. Vandenberg was lucky to have survived.
Okay.
Ellis Island immigration reports show that he traveled solo. Okay. 1950 census show his address to be 312 Hillcrest Heights, Carlisle, Connecticut. Sounds familiar. Oh, here's something. In 1952, he enrolled at Yale for dual architectural history and engineering degrees.
That is
good for
interesting.
him, bettering himself later in life. Death certificate says he passed away of natural causes in Carlisle at the respectable age of 78.
Well, there you go.
Oh, here's one more thing. It appears
Cassie.
he purchased
Oh,
a
my
commercial property in 1968. Rosewood Apartments, formerly known as the Rosewood Hotel, was said by the city to be demolished. But before that happened, Mr. Vandenberg bought the building himself.
Interesting.
Well, you're kidding. You won't believe this, but I'm currently standing in that exact building.
Well, it's not the wildest thing you've told me, but I hope for your sake the building was brought up to code after it was purchased.
About that.
I hope so, too. This is a huge find. As always, your help has been invaluable.
The only payment I ask in return is that when you find this hidden structure and solve your mystery, you give me a call. I'm wondering if Carlisle could do with more than a single chapter.
Absolutely.
Okay. And I forgot that we grabbed a new sheet. Was it this one? We've got several sheets now. But I don't think we have anything that can move us forward in terms of the sheets. We're still missing some stuff, so that's fine. Okay.
I should answer that.
Never mind. Let's not leave. Let's answer the phone.
Hello?
Hello?
The ransom callers called in again. This time they mean business.
Uh-oh. Did they say anything about the victims?
Did they say anything about the victims?
Just that they're currently still alive. We pressed them on proof that they actually have them held captive, but they told us we're in a position to be asking questions. So we still don't know for a fact that this is even real. But that doesn't really matter.
Well, would you consider calling them on their bluff? Like, no proof, no money?
There's no way. It'd be too risky.
No, calm down.
They really have us on the palm of their hand here.
Did they ask for the money?
Did they ask for the money?
They told us to put the money in a weatherproof container and essentially bury it in a wooden area in the public park. They didn't give us an exact deadline, but they said the sooner it's done, the more fingers our victims will walk away with.
Oh, that's awful. So what are you going to do?
Looks like all we could do is cough up 50 grand and then camp out at the pickup location. We suspect their plan is to really drag out the actual pickup. If they want the box weatherproof and all, it's not a dumb idea. If they have us waiting and watching for weeks on end, it'll be hard for us to stay vigilant for that long. But if we want any chance at saving our victims, we may have to play directly into their plan. Unless we can figure out who they are before it gets to that point.
On what
idea.
could be a related note, I did get to look around Colin's apartment. I came across an email written to him by his dad. Basically, we were right to suspect that his dad's money was keeping Colin's gallery afloat. But now, it looks like he's getting cut off.
Okay.
And the number 50,000 was thrown around in the email as well.
Zimmerman, Vasquez, pack the car. We have an arrest to make.
Whoa, wait. This isn't exactly concrete evidence.
But we have enough probable cause to fill a bathtub.
Okay, but shouldn't we just confirm before we...
I really don't think he has anything to do with this.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
The guy definitely has problems. But there is way more going on here than meets the eye. And plenty of other players in the game.
Every instinct in my body is telling me to ignore you and go get him. But we wouldn't be here without you. I'm taking a big leap of faith here. You better be right.
Okay.
We're close to answers. Trust me on this one.
Okay, so let's go talk to Colin so we can get some proof that he is not the kidnapper. Or that he's not a kidnapper. Let's talk to Colin, and then maybe we can go check out and I'll, just make sure that there's nothing to say to Evelyn or, Mitchell.
I know you rely on your dad's money to keep this gallery open. And I also know that he recently cut you off. There have been threatening phone calls made to the police station asking for $50,000 to keep the victims alive. I need an upfront answer. Is this you?
How? How do you know about my dad's money?
That's the least of your
It really
concerns
is the
right
least of your
now.
concerns, but if you want to
Do you
know,
have the
I
victims
stole your
held
key card and
captive?
broke into your apartment.
What? Of course not.
Did you make up a ransom story to try and get money out of the police?
No, that's demented. Since you're so concerned about my finances, when my dad cut off the money, I sold my car and traded in for a beater. That's $75K right there. If you need proof, I can walk you around the corner.
But how long will that last? What about when that money runs out?
I'll be set long enough to get rid of my apartment and move somewhere lower to the ground. I may have something with this art collecting business. I'm gonna build that up, ditch the luxury lifestyle, and I think I'll be able to keep my gallery open. I'm willing to make plenty of sacrifices to keep my art alive.
Good for you.
But don't you think you'll regret giving up life as you know it?
Maybe, but what's the alternative? Keep my nice things and go work for Dad? Be dead inside while lying on a pile of gold? No chance. Plus, isn't this what I always wanted? To be normal? Yeah, it's daunting to have to figure out how to make it on my own, but it's also kind of exciting. Of course I freaked out at first when I got the news from my dad, but after it set in, I actually felt relieved. I was too scared to cut my tether to him myself. But now, it's done. I'm free to be me.
So, what's it like to go from a sports car to a beater?
It has its charms. The air conditioner doesn't kick on unless I punch the dashboard a few times, but it's a car. It gets me places. My entire life has been this curated, polished experience, like I've only seen the world from a nice, cushiony bubble. Now the bubble is popped, and I'm actually allowed to fail, to be hurt by things. I'll probably hate it, but that's kind of the whole point.
Well, I'm glad you've had a revelation, but that doesn't change the fact that the police are still chomping at the bit to arrest you.
Seriously? Arrest me? Great.
I told them we don't have sufficient evidence, but I think they just want somebody at this point. I'll hold them off the best I can, but until I can crack this case, prepare yourself for a surprise visit.
What am I supposed to do if they just show up at my door and handcuff me?
Well, don't do anything. Just cooperate. If you really didn't do anything to these people, you'll be just fine.
Hey, Penelope? Thanks.
You'd better not prove me wrong. Good luck with this whole normalcy thing. And remember to stay positive, okay?
Okay, guys. I said this before and I'm saying it again. We come in here and we say to him, did you send a ransom note asking for $50,000? He says, no. Instead, I sold my car, which netted me $75,000. Our immediate next question is, what happens when that money runs out? Okay, so we think that he'll be set for life with one $50,000 ransom payout, but that somehow $75,000 is not. Like, I don't get that particular part of the conversation. Always kind of strikes me as like contradictory a little bit, but I mean, it's a minor thing and doesn't change the fact that his story is so good. I love Colin's story. Colin's story is my favorite of the stories in the game. So yeah, I really like Colin's story. Let's see if Evelyn will talk to us. Oh shoot, it's after 3, huh? Okay. Let's go back home, sleep for a couple hours, and then see if Evelyn will talk to us. Okay, so, oh, not even a couple hours, like an hour max. Oops. I'm really good at setting my alarm clock.
Hold on. What's this?
Oh, hold on. What is this? Huh. Okay, we'll talk to Evelyn in a little bit. First, saw this guitar in a pawn shop window and I had to get it for you. It reminds me of when we used to play your favorite album so loud that the cops showed up at my place. Anyways, I can't believe my woman is 16. Happy birthday, love Darren, and the rest of the guys. They pitched in some cash too. Hey kid, thought you might like to have your 1 minute of fame. Signed B. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's watch this tape first. We can talk to Evelyn later. Okay. So, tape and remote.
At 4 p.m. today, law enforcement announced that the 6 individuals suspected in yesterday's triple burglary and shooting have been apprehended and arrested. Between the hours of 10 and 11 p.m. last night, residents of North 33rd Street and adjoining neighborhoods called in multiple reports of the sounds of alarms and shattering glass from the nearby commercial strip. Officers were immediately dispatched to the scene and located a small group of hooded and masked individuals in the act of robbing 3 consecutive stores. World-class gems, shoes, and boots galore, and Carl's Corner Mart were the targets of a smash-and-grab style burglary, with the perpetrators now on the run. After refusing to yield to law enforcement, shots were fired from both sides, resulting in the injury of an officer. It was not long after that the 6 individuals were captured and brought into custody. The 6 are facing charges of burglary, destruction of property, theft, aggravated assault of an officer, and resisting arrest. At this time, it is unclear if Melanie DeSoto, a 17-year-old, will be tried as an adult. Due to the severity of the crimes, it is unlikely that the criminal justice system will grant her leniency because of her age. This is CGN News, Channel 7.
Channel 7
Melanie
News.
DeSoto?
That's
Stacy.
Stacy. Ruh-roh, Stacy. Time for us to confront you. Confronterinos. FBI, open up!
Stacy? Hello?
Uh-oh. What the heck?
Voice-changing device.
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm doing nothing.
You called in the ransom.
Fine! Yes! It was me! But you have to hear me out. I can explain.
Okay,
Then explain right here and now. Did you kidnap those people?
No! I don't even know where they are.
Why should I believe you?
Interesting.
Because you don't have a choice. It's just the truth. I made all of this up. All of it. I can't make them magically appear.
Uh-huh. Since there's no proof, I'm going to assume that they'll be back up for sale as soon as I leave this room.
How? I'm already busted. The only way I was the one holding the cards with the cops was through my anonymity. I'd have no reason to hold people captive. None. All it would do is add to my jail time.
So then, what this comes down to is that you've been leading the police on this entire time.
You don't understand. I didn't have a choice.
Oh, so someone was holding a gun to your head while you read off of a card that said, "The longer it takes for you to get the money, the more fingers your captives will lose."
I didn't have a choice. I had to do something. I cannot go back.
Back to being Melanie DeSoto?
Yeah, that's right. I stole
I don't
your
even
tape.
care how
I
you
know everything about
All
everything.
I need is for you to see things from my perspective.
Right now, what I see is someone low on money who saw an opportunity to capitalize on the suffering of others.
You have no idea how the world works. You with your perfect little middle-class upbringing. Biking around the neighborhood with your perfect little middle-class friends. Putting on pageants in school. Hanging Christmas lights in the winter. How dare you talk to me like you know why I did what I've done.
I did.
Growing up, I couldn't go outside because I'd risk being hit by a stray bullet. If you've never been in a situation where you think you might get shot, don't even talk to me. You had opportunities. My role models were druggies and dropouts. The poor stay poor. And when you are stuck in that infinite cycle, you get desperate. I was only 17 when my friends convinced me to be a part of their plan. To break the cycle. To get money and get out. And that clearly didn't go as expected. So, on top of being poor, now I was marked. Permanently. The odds of getting a good job and pulling myself up by my bootstraps were now 0. The hope was gone. My life was over. I broke parole, changed my name, and started clean. Melanie DeSoto now lies at the bottom of the Chicago River. And Stacy Leith lives the life she always dreamed of. Sad, right? This life is the dream. It's better than I even imagined.
But why would you jeopardize all that?
I don't know. It was so stupid. So stupid.
Yeah, it was really stupid. This is weird of you to do this.
I knew I didn't have enough money to finish my degree. And I knew if I didn't finish my degree, there I'd be. Caught right back up into the cycle.
Okay, I really need you to understand that you can go back and finish your degree in a little bit. You're working on your master's right now, so you already have your bachelor's. You could take your bachelor's and get a job you could even get a job with the kind of company that will finish paying for your master's for you. There's so many choices. Okay, anyway, you're not a real person, Stacy Leith. 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 You're not a real person But I'm just saying, it is possible to go back to school a little bit later. It's possible to take a short... If you really want to go back, you can go back. Okay, anyway. This is far from a victimless crime. You completely sidetracked the entire investigation. What you did was pretty serious, but I can see why you did it. I'm gonna call her out.
This is far from a victimless crime, You completely sidetracked the entire investigation. You know I'm going to have to tell all this to the police, right?
You can't, please. Please, it was a stupid mistake. If they look into my name and my past, it's over. My life is over.
Sorry, Stacy. They need to know the truth. But as far as I'm concerned, it was Stacy who called in, not Melanie. Or, I guess I can make something up. Maybe I saw a kid at a payphone or something. Oh, I don't know what is morally correct.
I guess I can make something up. Maybe I saw a kid at a payphone or something.
I never thought I'd be saying this about my annoying, nosy neighbor, but you are incredible. You have no idea what this means. I will absolutely never do anything like this again.
Yeah, I'm the best. Now I have to go, but I'd better be seeing that voice modulator in the dumpster tomorrow.
Hey, that thing cost me $30.
Don't push your luck.
Yep, fine.
I don't know why we're not taking it with us.
Into the dumpster. And Penelope, good luck. I know you can find them.
I sure frickin' hope I can find them. Okay. Evelyn? Evelyn, I know what they were looking for.
Gerald Cook and the woman were both searching for your Uncle Hendrick's shelter. But I think you know that already.
I'm afraid they found it.
I know you feel some sacred obligation to keep the shelter a secret, but this is now beyond you and beyond your family. Did the victims come too close? How far did you go to keep this place hidden?
I did nothing. These people, a tiny seed is planted in their minds that their mundane, innocuous little town is built upon some unseen work of architectural and engineering magnificence.
Well, is it?
They think they can become the hero of their own stories. Real-life treasure hunters or adventurers searching to expose a work of art to the world. But maybe it doesn't end like the movies. Maybe it's not something that'll let itself be found.
Are they trapped there? What are you saying? Evelyn, you are the only person who knows where to look. You need to take me there.
Don't you get it? They're dead, Penelope. They're dead. Uncle Hendrick's mind was fractured by what he lived through. For every brick he placed to protect our family, he placed another to destroy anyone who came to harm us. He didn't build a shelter.
He built that tomb.
Okay, then take me there.
Sorry,
I won't believe anything until I see them with my own eyes. If you leave it at this, the culpability of their deaths is on your shoulders.
I refuse to lead you to your death as well.
So far, I've done exactly what you asked. I haven't whispered a word of this to the police. But I'd say it certainly doesn't look good when you claim that people have died of their own poor decisions while searching for something you desperately want to keep hidden. Not to mention that Terrence, a child, was likely abducted from your property.
Abducted?
His blood is still on a rock not far from your backyard.
I didn't. I'd never.
All right, then prove it. And if you need a little more convincing, if you don't take me to the shelter, I'll have to tell the cops everything. You and your uncle's secret will be a secret no more.
No, you can't do this.
If it'll save lives,
I'll do anything.
No, I'd never hurt anyone on purpose. He was the one who wanted to go in there. I told him not to, but he did it anyway, and I didn't stop him. I couldn't.
Who? Terrence went in there?
I see his ghost every night. I watch it happen again and again, and it's my fault. I know it's my fault.
Evelyn, you need to tell me what happened. I take back everything I said. I won't say a single word or name a single name. Please, just talk to me.
What have I done?
Okay, so
Evelyn?
Evelyn's not doing so hot.
I know it's early, but I could really go for some sleep. I'll get back to work tomorrow.
Okay. I was thinking I would go talk to Mitchell, see if he had anything to say about, like, if I described Evelyn's breakdown to him, would he have anything to say? But sleep is good too. And of course I put 10 p.m. because I don't know how to read. Alright, here we go. No, I'm a liar, because it goes beep-a-da-beep, beep-a-da-beep, beep-a-da-beep. See? Okay.
Hold on.
Right.
What's this?
Meet me ASAP. Mitchell. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'll go talk to Mitchell. Mitchell over in Novel Book. What you got
You
for
got
me,
the memo.
Mitchell?
Good. I've really been thinking since the last time we talked.
Have you now?
I know I was quick to shut everything about Evelyn down when you first brought her up. But that's because I didn't want to have to think about her. Or maybe I still felt some deep-seated obligation to protect her, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, there's something about her you need to know.
Okay.
16 years ago, Evelyn killed her brother, Scott.
I'm sorry. What? That's an extreme accusation.
It really is.
And how would you know? Wouldn't you have been broken up by then?
Turns out she never told her husband at the time about the family shelter. Yes, I know about all that. Have since the 90s. So, when Evelyn accidentally kills her brother while they're in there, she runs crying to me because I'm the only one who knows about the place, besides her parents, and she certainly wasn't going to be confiding in them.
Okay.
Why do you say accidentally like that? You think she would kill her own brother on purpose?
It's only speculation, but there have been warning signs.
Okay.
When we were together, she'd constantly bring up how unfair it was that Scott was going to be the one to inherit the house. She was kind of obsessed with it, saying how she was the one who deserved it because of XYZ. She had motive.
But that doesn't make any sense.
It
If
doesn't.
Evelyn murdered someone, why would she immediately tell you about it?
Yeah, why
Maybe
would
a
she?
psychological thing? She posed it as a freak accident, but she was pretty upset, so she didn't have much filter. She let it slip that she changed her mind about something, but it was too late. But either way,
Okay.
she was absolutely devastated by what she had done. And I know that was genuine. Her regret. But regret couldn't bring Scott back.
Okay. How exactly did this happen? Or did you alert the police at the time?
Did you alert the police at the time?
I had no proof, no body. How could I? It's not like I or anyone else could get back in there without Evelyn and all her different types of keys.
Okay, then. How exactly did it happen?
Okay, then. How exactly did it happen?
According to her, Scott was in town for a visit on the way to a work trip, and they went down to explore the tunnels for old time's sake. Yeah, what a weird family. She didn't go into any more detail than that, but that place is a carefully crafted death trap. One push in the wrong direction could easily end someone's life. Evelyn suddenly became petrified at the idea of anyone finding the shelter. Before that, she never really cared much about the secrecy of it all, except out of respect for her parents. So I figure there must be some kind of evidence of what she did down there.
When's the last time you talked to her?
When was the last time you talked to her?
Maybe a couple weeks after she told me. She came around a couple more times to cry on my shoulder, but call me a monster. I reminded her that we were broken up and I needed my space. That was the last time.
Mm-hmm. Was there ever an investigation at the time? If Scott just suddenly disappeared, wouldn't there be friends and family concerned?
Was there ever an investigation at the time? I mean, if Scott just suddenly disappeared, wouldn't there be friends and family concerned?
Scott was only visiting. I'm sure there were all sorts of searches going on wherever he was living at the time, but nothing here in Carlisle.
If this is true, do you think Gerald could have found out her secret?
That's what I was getting to. I know Gerald was searching for something big before he disappeared. Didn't take long to figure out what he was looking for. I played dumb, of course, because I didn't want to get involved with any of that mess. I never guessed he was actually anywhere close to finding it. Then you come along mentioning Evelyn's name, and I put two and two together.
Wow. Well, this would fill in a few missing puzzle pieces. Last time I spoke to her, she implied that Gerald and the others had found the shelter and would be guaranteed to be dead by now. She refused to go down herself to look, and also refused to take me there.
Bingo. I figure you'll be needing this.
Oh.
I'd tell you where the entrance is, but I think you already know where to look. Oh, and there's one more thing you should probably know.
Yeah?
Her brother isn't the only one who suffered in that place. I'd still have two arms if it weren't for her.
What?
Oh, yeah?
I thought you said what happened was a firefighting accident.
It's easier to say that than I lost it at the hands of my ex-fiancée when we were in her crazy uncle's booby-trapped bomb shelter.
Okay. Maybe that is a bit convoluted. Wow, though, that's pretty horrible.
I wouldn't be too upset if she was brought to justice. I believe in you.
Thanks, Mitchell.
Okay.
And Gerald will be back to his bookstore in no time.
Let's hope. Penelope, don't lose your head down there, okay? And that's not a metaphor.
Yikes. I'll try my best.
All right, so we have everything we need to go into the shelter now. I am going to go up to my room. And we actually don't have everything we need. It's going to be a lot of backy-forthy for a little bit. But I'm going to end things here now. Save game. Last sketchbook page. Because I want to do all of the shelter stuff all in one go. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow afternoon, evening, late afternoon, early evening. Okay, so join me then if you want to. I promise not to lose my marbles and have an angry, no angry tirades tomorrow. Pinky swear, y'all. Okay, I'm going to say bye to everybody over on YouTube. And